We should be live. Yeah, what's good, chat? What is up? What is up? Let me get you guys pulled up here. All right, we're good. What's up, chat? Good morning. Good morning. We're live on YouTube as well, right? I want to make sure we're live on YouTube as well. All right, we should be good. All right, what's good, chat? We got another VOD session. We'll start with the phase one, do the Carolina one as well.
They are looking good.
How's everyone doing?
Better. On this map so far, they are one of the best. 5-0, strong rotation wins. The holds are even better, and the average margin of victory over 60 points. Will that be the case today? The numbers don't lie, but the ball will be very different. Quick look at that series again.
Do you enjoy the Texas barbecue? I haven't had too much. I'm not too big on barbecue, but the places I have had it has been good.
The only crazy look is that the phase is going to have the advantageous spawns.
What's good, chat? Where's the next major? It's Birmingham at the end of the month.
You want to have a good opening break and start beating him straight away.
Well, we've gone through shop for a phase now, the opening attack, and so far it's a lovely dance. The green arrows now encircling the middle of the map, and a wonderful bit of teamwork there. The team shot closes out the last man. Booze is still trying to be a thorn. Hoog now takes over that blue side of the map, and that is going to be phased now.
Thought we played this map pretty well. There's some scenarios like P3 that could have been better. But the start here was really good. The first two hills were like godlike.
That was a nice name. I thought it was going to bang that off the back wall there by mid, but looking out towards the right hand side of the map, that's where Big Bruce, the damage dealer, putting that output there.
Where's that at? It's in the UK.
Merc gets himself another kill feed for a second, but now with P2 open for business once again, OpTic are the first team in there, and they are rocking and rolling so far. Setup is on. They don't necessarily have the manpower here, but with the positioning and the coverage, Dashy and Hook, not a problem. 5 spree for Hook, fully streaked out.
Yeah, you start on the rougher
Kyle just getting off to an insane start on every hard point.
This is them doing every single thing right. 2 extra kills in the
They should use the score she got P3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we called out to use it too. I don't know why Cairo was hesitant. I'm not too sure. I thought they were going to use it. I'm pretty sure I heard someone calling out to streak it. Definitely would like to keep the momentum going into the P3 with it for sure. It's good, Kinder.
Finally, Abuza cleans up the last man. And 04, you turn at the right time. Can you win the battle now towards New? The race is on. Eyes on the skies, though. We may be seeing that Hellstorm from Hook. He's involved in the gunfights, and so far, so good for OpTic on the approach.
Oh, they just want to break this the hard way. They didn't get playing out of control. Badraza already loses that gunfight. Abuza next man in line. 2 nice kills, but he does get taken down, so it's still a scrap battle to actually go and get this time. You want the plane heading first. Sip is going to...
Yeah, because without using the streak, you just turn into like a 50-50 break. Because if you break it without having to use the streak, then it's like super godlike. But you might as well just feel like you might as well just streak, guarantee it, and then you're just chilling regardless, no matter what.
But a Belgian wall by the name of Abuza holds them at bay, holds them back. 12 and 6, 3 spree, starting to get things going. 04 on a 3 spree as well. Strong stuff on the bounce back here. P2, 3 from FaZe.
And I'm with you on the Hellstorm call as well. I think this.
How do you feel about our Blackheart? Before Champs will be added to our rotation? I mean, we're trying to get into our rotation now. I mean, Champs is a long time away. Anything can happen before Champs. I mean, there's going to probably be new maps added in and shit before Champs, so I think we'll constantly be trying to. We'll see. I mean, I don't want to take too much away from that last Blackheart. I think we got out to a good start, obviously, in the P1, but there are a lot of hills we just couldn't even touch, like break-wise. Like, and obviously couldn't buy a kill, but dude, I mean, again, it was on Iowa. I'm gonna chalk the Blackheart up to Iowa. I don't think that was like a true showing for us, at least on Blackheart. So we just couldn't get a kill on the break.
Yeah,
they full soaked like a P, like two P4s, a P3. It was hard to break on that. And when Ant's not getting kills, it's really hard to break because he's kind of like the main one that sets things up for breaks. Scrims tomorrow? Yeah, I think we only have one set though. I'm not sure if we're going to be streaming them because obviously it is 2 weeks before the major. I think that's what we were saying before. So we haven't really talked about it, but obviously if we're live, but we might take off until the major. We haven't really talked about it yet.
And this is a handsome 20 seconds to be had. Set up now from OpTic over by green. They're in position in the back. They've got presence in mid. Now they get Dash, you get business. Backline, secure the spawns. Phase holding the map very well. Now they just
We've been good at breaking this this P4. Problem is they're trying to play as if we want to try and take the back, but top blue is so important here. I think the problem with holding P4 off of a situation like this, where you had to like find people and go to the back, and you're not on hill yet, you're not like pushed out yet, is that you can break from so many different angles. Like there's so many different routes that you can take in this hill to break it, that P4 is actually low-key like easy to break. If that makes sense. As long as you get up to, as long as you don't have anyone on the holding team that's like pushed out towards the roof, it's kind of pretty easy to break. Just because of how much you have to watch and how many routes you can take. Before playing the tin heady was the reason I broke. Maybe. I mean, he could have like chucked a stun or something to the left, but he doesn't really. I mean, I don't know. We're already pushed up to the car before he even gets like past the hut.
Secure the spawns. Phase holding the map very well. Now they just actually have to step inside that time. Simp will be the hard point man. Yeah, nice work down the right flank.
But he's just expecting us to try and hit to break the spawn rather than hit to break the hill.
Chelsea and Dash, you get the respectives. That's all four down. OpTic Texas now move into blue.
Yeah, entirely overwhelming. That is like two different players able to not sneak past, just sprint right on through. Phase the setup, not on point. The teamwork.
I think it was already just a weird situation for them because of this, because we were able to get through and they had to play for these guys off hold. Like hill pops, we're gonna be spawning P2 and they're not on the hill, they're not pushed out front, and we already have positioning, but they have no forward progression on the P4.
Now over to the front of the left. This Row 4's on the patrol. He's gonna get caught out here. Chelsea and Dash, you get the respectives.
He's got to get info though. Yeah, for sure.
Texas now move into blue.
Yeah, entirely over.
That's why I was saying like maybe chuck a stun or something if you don't think the problem is he doesn't think he has the timing to go throughout because he is in the back and he knows we spawn sat or P2. I think regardless though, he gets information or chalice, whatever, we're already going to be breaking that hill regardless because of the positioning that we have. Regardless of if he gets info or not, we're breaking that hill because they don't have progression top blue and upwards like front of the hill.
This is a strong setup. Phase with a strong attempted break here. I don't think they have a Hellstorm to do so either.
No, those green arrows are moving like a unit as well. And yeah,
Shotzi said he was tweaking on Blackheart. Was there some ping cheese in the Carolina series? I mean, it's not ping cheese because like they're on high pings as well, but I think the main thing about the Carolina series is that we play on 45 ping for one series in the entire league, and it's that one. So we're just not used to it. We play Iowa on like 2 scrims out of all the 10 scrims that we, or all the 11 scrims that we have. And we're not even playing on real Iowa. We're playing on Iowa that gets buffed to 45 ping rather than like 30 something that we ping to.
Trying to find those kills up close and personal with the M15. Hook upstairs. And we're still dancing, and Simp is getting it done from inside time. Trade's now complete, and OpTic have survived. And look at this oscillation.
So I don't want to chalk the Blackheart up to like we're not good at that map or whatever. I think that was some Iowa stuff going on there. So I think as a collective we weren't thinking that way, as if like, oh, let's just auto veto it now. We lost it, you know what I mean? You think Ravens can beat FaZe next Sunday? Bro, all of these middle pack teams, I have no idea what is going on. And anyone could beat anyone. So I have no idea. Trying to predict that shit is, you might as well draw some lottery balls. Are you allowed to tweak your net at headquarters? I don't know what you mean. Tweak our net in terms of what? I mean, we just have like regular business line internet. Or like a couple of business lines, I think, actually.
Absolute sim. One's already set. One's already low set.
I'll bump up the Vision a little bit.
Needed set. Low gens. They have a trophy on there.
Oh, pushing out.
Okay, heard you.
On the gen, I'm on shot.
I broke trophy. Close left dead. Another one, gen. They're low.
This is good out trading. Again, a lot of this P2 stems with how good your end of P1 is and your positioning end of P1. We were on old and we were already breaking through SAT, so even though they were all already P2, like we played trades well. They streak here. Dude, I'm surprised Simp didn't commit for this pinch. He went back to his side. But then we just reinforced because they don't see Mason yet. And then we're just back in the fight. I low-key thought he was gonna pinch and cut off our spawners. Spawn us deeper. You think, or what? Did you watch the Surge Mates match? I watched the last two, or I watched the last map. I didn't watch the full thing. I was driving back home from our match.
Yo, P1 in the top lane. Top lane. Yo, when is P1 though? P1. Alright, 04 was one shot going big color.
Fantastic listening from OpTic. 50-point game. Now to the other side to FaZe.
Router optimization. Yeah, we have IT people that help with like router optimization, that type of stuff. Why is someone going double neg every hard point even though y'all winning? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Does it really matter if we're winning? You know what I mean? Like, if anything, that tells me we're playing the correct way. We don't need kills necessarily. And if we do have kills, it looks like massive. I think Brandon was saying he wanted to get a kill and then finish in blue. I low-key think he just hides right away. But I see the vision. Because if he like gets the kill on 04 and then hides, it's like super better. But low-key, they're, I think, waiting, letting them find you, and then Ann and Mason here coming off spawn get easier ways to like get into this hill. Because now we have to bank on Ant fucking getting a timing through low ticket, through low blue because of a miscom by them. As soon as 04 says to look left, Draza picks it up, but 04 hasn't like technically picked up ticket yet. Now he picks it up and Ant's already through. The weird thing was Ant gets through and he gets through with the exact timing when the hill hasn't technically popped yet. So obviously the hill pops right now. He's on hill, so they know he's on hill, and then they just go downwards. He gets through without them knowing, and the hill's white, so they don't know that he's technically gotten through blue. But Draza technically picks this up because he has to try and get on time and block the back spawn. And then as soon as like 04 spawns out, he turns for Ant, but we still spawn there, so just a miscom on their end actually screws things up and kind of loses them the game. I'm not even kidding, because then we end up having a good P4 here.
Two fantastic listeners. Chance, any big moments there from FaZe?
What potential hardpoint maps do you think are most susceptible to being replaced with new maps? Probably Blackheart or Colossus. That's how I feel the majority of players and teams think is like the worst ones. But shit, they're playing it. My issue is that the league, if at least before Major 2, wanted to get rid of either Scar, Den, or Exposure because they're in 3 different game modes and they want more variety. And if they go off of least played, I low-key think it's Exposure. Like, no, I swear I don't see Exposure Hardpoint being played at all. I don't even think it's that bad of a map, but it just doesn't get played in series.
By 60. By 60. An opportunity here to try to turn things around. Back over to Green we go. Second set.
Kyler's tucking the stage. Yeah, he is. He's playing unbelievable.
FaZe will be in on new time. Boozer muzzle punches Dashy there to take care of business. Now through the plane, most of this attack from OpTic is going to take place. An unfortunate team there from Shotzi is going to roll downhill and right into the pocket of Mercules. Unfortunate for him, continues his technically bad game going, but with a technical bad game, what a lead you've still got. Battle on time now. Here we go. Sim getting involved up close and personal. Big Bruce is the next red dot to deal with. 04's got that covered. And the first wave of OpTic down and dead.
Yeah, 32 kills for 04 as well. He's been thriving so far.
Look how fast Ant's back in the fight. Spawns mid, just apes mid cut. Gets 2 on time.
They've got the time, and it is Sim versus the world. He is overwhelmed by Mercules. You try to walk out of your spawn, you got Hook shooting you in the side. This right now is looking like a nightmare.
Might be a hot take, but I think Expo might be the best across all modes. I like Scar and Den better for Hardpoint. I think Loki Raid's the best search map, followed by Den. Is that faded? I think Raid is just much better than everything else. I think there's so much you could do on Raid still.
The blue spawn still looking good for OpTic. 2 quick hits there with the sidewinders. The slow connect. Take care of the last match.
But I think that's more of a testament to like how bad some of these search maps are. I don't mind Den either, but I feel like Raid is just old faithful, you know. That's a huge 3-piece by Mason, by the way. It just be cut. They're not looking for it. As soon as Elbuza picks it up, Mason's already killing him. Really good break on this last P1 to win the game. And then Kyler just goes nuclear on the P2 pinch. Gets 2 and then eventually just ends up staying alive here towards this Gens area.
Full identification of the spawns of where FaZe is going to be coming from and who. That is a disgusting angle. That's going in the repertoire for sure. As again, keeping these players from FaZe pinned in. Pinned in on the approach towards P2, but 04 and Sim, they punch a hole. Now the foot race on towards New. 4 seconds for the win. Here we go.
OpTic needs to get better at Den, not gonna lie. Blackheart is their out of you. I mean, again, we're either gonna get Den or Blackheart in every series. You just gotta get good at least one of them, you know? It's a work in progress, for sure. Yeah, what's good, Yixi? Yixi with the 21. Appreciate it, my guy. Thank you, man. Okay, so is there gonna be a map change? Were you talking about something else? No, someone asked like if there were going to be a map change, what would get removed? There's not going to be a map change yet. Not until after the major, at least. I think after the major, it's kind of guaranteed to be some type of change. There's no way they go 2 majors without a change, especially with like the public community feeling about it and a lot of people talking about how bad some of the maps are.
Taking care of business. I'm just hoping we get to see the Den hardpoint because that is one of the rare blemishes of OpTic's record. Of course, Den S&D for the map number 2, and it's a fantastic.
You guys think you're peaking too early in the split and it'll end up hurting you guys at the major? No. I think we're playing really good right now and we just got to keep it up. I don't like the whole peaking too early thing. I think peaking too early is if you don't adapt and you don't keep trying to improve. I never really cared for that.
This one should be a lot of fun. We'll see the search though, and again, if we can get
Hey, Yixi with the 5 gifted. Appreciate it, my guy. Shout out Wixie the GOAT.
To that Den game 4. I hope so. I really hope so, because I want to get to watch 2 very good teams play Call of Duty on a Saturday. I don't know about you, chat.
Sake and Blackheart out.
Nobody cares.
I'd be down, chat.
I want a really long, exciting game of Call of Duty. We'll find out what we're going to get though in this search and destroy out of those training.
Expect him to slow down, and he has
good at the themselves towards the ice factor unknown. Is it going to be 3 red chilies? Maybe even a 4th? Do we have to invent a purple chili? to describe a new level of burn. Maybe. But OpTic so far and Den, pretty good. We'll see if FaZe can change.
Our Den search has been fucking unreal, by the way.
They are putting it up for the
Oh, I thought we lost it once. I guess we are undefeated on it. Why did I think we lost it once?
Of course, though, FaZe have
Oh, we went round 11 with Miami.
4-1 on the map.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
So for FaZe, it's been a little bit streaky for them. Sometimes they win 4 rounds in a row. Sometimes they lose 6 rounds.
This is a banger one because they were undefeated before this weekend on this map too. Because they lost to LAT and then they lost to us.
To make sure they keep the hot hand.
Oh, interesting. As Abuza.
This is a really good play by Ant. But I low-key think if Abuza's going to do this, he has to do it right away.
Oh, interesting. As Abuza.
Either someone goes in front of him and goes P1, or he just does it right away and looks at it. He just doesn't have a timing to snipe the open heady and then also go to P1. Especially if we do a B kind of like that.
Check there to make sure that absolutely everything is good. But Dashi, no photos, please. Simp says.
No photos, please. Yo, Miles is good, bro. Miles is good.
This is a site where we've seen a lot of defensive 4v4 retakes. So if you got the man advantage, you're
Simp dodge IRL. Did he actually? Dude, Mason does this the most of any player, I swear.
Check there to make sure that absolutely
Let's
everything
see.
is good. But Dashi.
Yeah, yo, Mason does the same shit. Mason might have done it more. Bro, Mason completely moves his head. Does it ever catch on cam? As Mason does that shit a lot.
Defensive 4v4 retake. So if you got the man
That guy's in the moment.
They want to pick.
And Simp, oh, he just managed to get around the corner. What a turn. He just manages to find.
Yeah,
that
Caesar does do it a lot too.
inside
I've noticed that.
Of lobby. But Dashi does not miss the next shot. Very clean, ruthless dispatch there from OpTic.
Yeah, problem with that site is, again, if the numbers are even,
Hey, it's good to have some sort of reaction though, right?
Still probably has the advantage for the retakes.
You don't want to be caught lacking ever, you know?
Keep them trapped. There's just no places to hide. If you try to go like past,
Just in case?
like past the hard point, Dasher with the sniper at the very least is gonna spot you. And from OpTic, they just know they have everybody trapped either in the site or pushed back behind it. So FaZe desperately wanted to pick, but that means you're challenge dashing with the sniper. Not a fun thing to have to do.
Dude, Brandon almost got super naded here.
Not a fun thing.
He's in 19 health. That was close. He probably should have died to the nade. One of the other nades must have gotten just a clip of him.
04 might have been spotted out there by Shotzi. You can just see through that tiny slit in the window by the tin. Hello! Oh, he didn't see it, and he's well surprised now. Draz picks up the damage, picks up the kill.
All right, here's a 2v4. This was godlike, by the way. 04 gets picked. Draza tries trading Brandon there. Doesn't realize that Mason's also there right next to him. Mason gets draws. And Brandon peeks out once again. Quick scope Simp. The AR duo.
Help in Dashi with an execution snipe there on Simp. And poor Abuza.
It's good, Chubb.
That is from a 4v2 to a 1v2 in a matter of moments.
Oh my goodness. Well, good.
And we know Abuza's a sniper player, so we knew he wasn't going to be like aping or anything.
Bad news.
Just play together and you're chilling.
Spots one. Can't get away with his life. I love this from Abuza on the tactical retreat. And it's Dashi's Jaeger. Hunts him down. What a round from Bruce. Those two snipes is what I'm talking about. We're going to maybe see those again. Goodness. So the final kill, though, here. Mastery from Dashi.
Take a second look. And again, we talked about this in round one. If you're challenging Dashi sniper, it's not a fun thing to do. And you had Draza full sprinting in, looking for that trade. Simp thinking he's there for the follow-ups, and both of them.
We need a Super versus Dashi 360 no-scope lobby. Bro, Super's been playing really well with that snipe, dude.
You pointed out him hunting down players with the pistol. He's been doing that all year. His ego with that weapon is out of control.
Look at the jiggle by Mace, by the way. Elite jiggle.
He's going to just be such a valuable tool as we continue through this year.
I mean, I remember seeing Dashi do that back in World War II.
Was my reaction to Shotzi Lurk's timings? I didn't realize how close that shit was in the moment. After watching it back, that shit was crazy. Because I was watching Brandon's stream, he was on the other side of the map, so I didn't even know what the fuck happened over there.
Taking care of 04 now. The smoke, how long will it go? No way. Mercules kills everything. And once again, we find a Boozer in another 1v2. And that time, Mercules technically 5 kills on the round, I think.
I I mean, hey, got to get those stats up one way or another. Not the team kills by don't. He just knows always on full display. In multiple times now, in every aggressive over towards.
Our smoke plays have been very interesting thus far in this season of the COD League. We've seen good, bad, insane, and much, much more here still in store.
Yeah, Booza just has the advantage from that angle.
Shossi now right over the
Brian's just got to be careful of that.
Doesn't catch a single thing there. Hook now a pixel away from death. Oh no, Abuza does get him, and that is that. Well, blink and you missed it. FaZe right back in there.
Yep, finally bounce back round. First blood doesn't even go their way, but they clutch the 3v4. Credit to Abuza for the very quick, effective trade of the kills there with a snipe. And good coverage after the fact.
It's good, Raz. How's it going?
Needed to stop the bleeding.
Appreciate it.
And also needed to reevaluate how they're trying to take care of the Dashy. Abuza said he'll do it himself.
Sometimes that slow peak, a lot of players pre-aim a little further out. They're expecting a slide or expecting a jump, whatever it may be, but the slow peak that time round.
Do I think Dashy's a good sniper? Yeah, of course.
Strong centering. Doesn't always work out though. Boozer this time it does.
We're just trying to work together and getting him in
Is it enough to
new spots and a deeper bag, and it's working.
Well, Shots is going to be going on a pinch this round. OpTic have 3 players in mid. That means who is...
Is it enough to ignite the flame of ambition in FaZe? Let's find out.
Look at the hit marker from Brandon here. Gets Simp weak, and I think Brandon or Kyler finished him out with the wallbang. Oh, it wasn't even Simp. Oh, I thought he wallbanged the guy that was weak. He actually didn't. He just wallbanged a different dude.
Still manages to get a kill before he falls. Who has done his job? He's giving his team a 3v3 where Shotzi is behind you.
This is perfect too. 3v3. We know they're B side. We're covering if they are gonna wrap through Dojo. That's why they're playing it like this. We thought they were gonna wrap through. I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were gonna push through. Anson lockers here. So bro, in the comms, he's just straight up going, "Yo, I got lockers. I got lockers." And these two are like, "Wait, what the? Like you got lockers? That's it? Like you got lockers? Okay, well, I guess they could be anywhere. They could be mid. They could be Dojo. And then for some reason, dude, I don't know how Ant realized in the timing wise. Like obviously he's playing for them to give him comms that they haven't pushed through Dojo to A yet, so he just assumes that they're still on B. But he's got to have some sixth sense thing to know that like he can check right here. Just perfect sixth sense timing.
Plenty of intel passed over, and now Mercules, you will be devoured. Abuza, a perfect situation to find yourselves in, OpTic.
And mentioning at the start of the series how I think we're still in a spot where OpTic are going to be improving a great deal.
No scrims today, Captain.
Moment there from Shotzi.
Today's day off. But I was saying before, chat, we scrim tomorrow, obviously. I think we only have one set, but we haven't talked with each other about if we're continuing to stream scrim since it is like 2 weeks before the major. So we'll see. This might be time where we turn it off, but we'll see.
And a fun strat as well from OpTic, having 2 players to watch the pinch through lobby. Sort of
obviously, no, you'll know if we're live tomorrow and shit.
Very broad sense, but a 4-1 lead.
They needed the fuck out of him here too.
Lobby, sort of trapping him on the B site in a very broad sense.
They needed late too. Like this is
sort of trapping him on the B
like if we're going B side, this is late. No, I guess they're needing for this spot.
In a very difficult spot.
Yeah, and walk into tin at your own peril.
I thought he was gonna hit this. 04 gave him an actual chance here.
04 gives away a ton of.
Can you convince Merc to start streaming? I've been telling him, bro. I've been telling him.
A whole lot. Now OpTic's still weighing up their options, whether it's B or A, but I think we're still.
That's a his decision at this point.
And he is certainly looking for it.
Yeah, he's looking for an Abuza.
Oh. Gets it.
Oh God! By the way, another 2v4 by the AR duo. But if you guys would have seen Brandon snipe here, this is fucking insane. I think, obviously, what he did at the end of the round was nasty. I think this is the best snipe of the round. And you didn't even see it on cam. I tried to get it from the observer point of view, and they didn't have it because they were on Mason's point of view. But, bro, he just slides out here and basically black scopes Abuza outer P2. This shit was crazy on his screen.
So the game plan has been snuffed out and FaZe We have been here before, and it's another 2v2. Oh,
And Brandon's played this perfectly. He's got bombed. He was A side. They're just assuming he's still A side. You know, Brandon, slow player. No way he's going to be planted. He plants instantly, gets out, and he played it perfectly. As long as he, like, they didn't push through P2, and he had a gunfight here, he was winning this round, I think.
We're moving.
They wrapped it back to their side. He goes to mid. He can see it from mid statue.
Here comes the swap.
You just got to hit his shots, and he does.
Nobody home just yet. This is the one. Bang. Number one in the bag. The second
Perfect.
man eviscerated.
Insane 1v2. But wait, did Draza see him here? We thought he saw him, but the way Simp reacts, like, he keeps going as if, like, they didn't see him. You see what I'm saying? Like, then he turns there, so, but, like, once he turns there, then it's like, okay, I think they realized that it was him mid-stat, or that he was, like, mid. But I don't know what was going on there. Can you get it from his theater? Oh, I didn't even think about that. We can check his theater. How many theater matches does it save? It should save that map for sure. Because we've only played, what, 6 maps, or not even 5 maps since then, so that should be good. That's good, Javid. Nah, that's a good point. I'm actually gonna try and write that down to see if we can do that tomorrow. Because getting it from his POV would be cool.
He is destroying FaZe, picking him apart. I mean, that was a 2v4 as well.
Doing well, my guy. Doing well. How about you?
Mercules and Dashy are like 12 and 4 combined right now. It turned into a 2v2.
30-ish, but resets every 7 days. So Monday to Monday, then resets. Oh shit! So did it reset today?
Yeah. Dashy.
Like, do I not have it anymore? Or was I supposed to do it yesterday? GG's then.
The next man on the challenge is not gonna
Good read from Mace, by the way.
He's already walked on. Dashy.
Obviously a common strat. Get the guy pushed up middle to try and get to the top window. Kyler's so ready for this. Just prones up the mid-con. Gets him jumping up. Mason knows this guy's still somewhere behind him. Gets help from Ant. Oh, it's 7 days in theater. I thought you meant like every Monday it just resets. Okay. As long as it's 7 days, then we're chilling. Really clean search though.
Search and destroy. OpTic with a big old 2-0 lead.
I mean, brother, what are you gonna say? Everybody in the OpTic camp is gonna be as happy as a clan. JP and Karma just made, yep, that is exactly what we wanted.
Chance is right. Chance is right.
Virtually 0 mistakes and doing it to FaZe.
And then what do we? Oh, we had Scar, right? Scar overload.
As well.
Alright, we're never doing this breakoff again, by the way, too. And if we are doing it, it's in very differently with how we're playing it, because if we're gonna trip or if we're gonna double P2 flank, we cannot just be we cannot be aggressive on mid side too, because if you die, that's just what happens. That was literally just a breakoff diff. DV5 said he didn't sign off on this. I agree. I agree too. No, I haven't seen new Brandon vid.
Somebody grab the EMP and get that thing a rolling. Hook's now trying to make something happen. He slipped through, he cuts down the defenders, and a miraculous play from Hook to stop the cap.
Also sneaky as well. That is OpTic stealing one away, and that is FaZe failing to execute. Nonetheless, 1-0 lead. And now they're wrapping the wrong direction off spawn. You got a Booza out of the picture. Hoop the leading charge, jumping over players, trying to make the Hoop mixtape.
Kyler is just. I thought he was gonna score that. He deserves it after that play, but the start of every game, except obviously that initial breakoff, he is just piecing and respawns, dude.
Desperately trying to hit the wall jump. Big Bruce now. Is he gonna get another? No, good defense and a little bit risky.
Practicing their down one strats? Yeah, I don't think so. I appreciate you covering for them though.
And we are making our way through the bottom side of the map.
Pick up an Aaron Shotzi way out of left field. I'm trying to work through the bottom side, but this is a very difficult thing for FaZe to do, so they get picked apart immediately, and OpTic right back in full.
Yeah, that's not good. This is not good. They're on the run. That's the last man cleaned up. Here come the nades and stuns over the top. Dashy, can he get through over to goal? Shot can, 1-1.
Wow, I mean, hey, FaZe just looking like they're trying to work the wrong side of the map there in that moment. They get punished for it instantly, and now you got a Shotzi crawling around P5. At the very least, just
Dude, Ant has been a menace in these overloads, by the way, too. I don't know if you saw the thing that he was doing yesterday in the den, but yo, he must make life absolute hell for some of these teams.
They have broken free of the shackles OpTic placed upon them moments ago. It kills. Draws and the trades through mid. Numbers now starting to work out. You're watching a Boozer now picking a corner, any corner, trying to slow down the approach right now from these boys. But no, Dashy, objective in hand, looking to get himself another one. Here we go. Next wave of kills. Oh boy, Sim the Pim takes care of a couple over the top again with Dashy. Maintaining possession, but on the retreat, here come FaZe.
Be interesting to see if FaZe actually try to walk this straight through the front, or if they want to swing it back through mid. They're not even picking up the device. They're playing the next set of kills. So a small round of S&D in a sense, where you could take it slow, but Ashati goes for it. He gets full sent to death, and well, Dashy's there for the trades.
Carver said on Reddit, Blackheart Red doesn't count with how bad the server was against Raze. Oh yeah, that's we were all talking about it as a team. We were like, don't, you know, some people are probably like, oh, they lost it. They're just gonna be auto veto for the rest of the stage or the rest of the season. They're not gonna play that shit again. But I'm chalking that shit to Iowa. I think, bro, we can get a kill in any break scenario. Ant was having trouble. They were just full soaking like
Well, that's the problem.
two of the hills.
If you don't take care of Sim, you're in serious goal-scoring territory. But over the top now, Shotzi, because he's done it. He's done it. He's grabbed
So we haven't given up on Blackheart yet. Did I meet Zin's dad yesterday? Yeah, Zin's dad's fucking hilarious, by the way. Bro, he's like a. So we were talking to him, and he's talking to Mason, and he goes, "How old are you?" And Macy goes, 22. He's like, "Oh, you're a baby. I have underwear older than you," or some shit like that. And I was like, bro, this guy's got every line in the book.
Hook over the top, fresh mag and an M15, and look at this charge from OpTic. Hook at the helm, send it through, and that should be number.
This is unfortunate. We should have had this cap probably, but Brandon, last guy in line with the ball, gets stunned here. Whoever threw that stun actually saved the cap, because he gets stunned right here in between Gens and the 18, and so he just can't move.
From OpTic, hook at the helm, send it through, and that should be number 3. Not yet. What a stop. Draza picks up a couple.
You guys played on Iowa server? Yeah, that's how we play against Carolina. Everything was on Iowa chat.
Immediately walks it backwards and is throwing trophies on top of himself. I think he might have liked to have the gun in hand.
Yeah, we're thinking about, I mean, this is a parked bus situation.
Ravens had a team house? No, they do not. They're remote, spread away.
You lose that carrier, you're in a spot of bother. Well, clear out all the usual spots. Lovely work, 04. There's the coverage over the top. 2 kills now. Go, go, go. The A goal is yours. Dasher the inside of shop. Can't get the second man. The pickup on the rear from Draza. Now the remaining 2 members up front. Here we go.
Yeah, 04 is behind you as well. FaZe going to be waiting for him to make the play. Makes the impact on one a distraction for a few more players. But that device is still on the play heady, so they're getting all the kills, but still going to take a little bit of time.
A little bit of time. They actually have got clearance to get this one through. Beautiful shots from Draz. 6 spree. Looking for the 7th. Over the top, Abuza goes. No good. Draz are still trying to hold position. Simply overwhelmed. Final 30 to go.
Yeah, infinitely easier said than done, but FaZe a little bit disconnected on the timing of them making that move.
We kind of fucked this up a little bit right here. Brandon tries to wrap, but he realizes he has no blockers. He's like, oh shit, we didn't push out the left for me. And then he's like, oh shit, now I gotta wrap to the right. I thought he should just keep going, dude. You gotta just keep going playing here. He sees these guys die blue or top blue, and he goes to reach out. I'm like, no, get the fuck out, please. But they could have easily had a cap here. I was like, yo, run a plane, run a plane. But to be honest, we fucked up earlier than that. Like, we should have pushed out the left earlier here to make room for him going to P2. How high was the ping versus Carolina?
That is heartbreak.
We play on Iowa 45, so we usually ping like 36, I want to say, to Iowa. But they inflate it to 45 because Exceed's like in LA or some shit, or California.
Your spawn after. So I think if
So
they
he's
can
playing on like 50 ping or something like that. So we have to increase our ping too.
not just this goal line stop, but Draws has huge kills when after working towards the B side as well. But I think FaZe right now, just a few small mistakes that they make, but a small mistake in overload means OpTic's going to get those captures. Lightning fast, they just jump all over the map. You can see it on the minimap, man, where it's like where Draza was playing up towards P2, the moment that he died and 04's on the blue pinch, you're just instantly out of position.
Does that ping increase placebo?
Very snappy.
You have to ask a player, because obviously that's something that they would know or feel. I never played on it, so I couldn't tell you. Some people say it's placebo, some people feel it. I don't know, maybe it depends on the server. It's on like COD at the end of the day. We don't know. It's very good. We don't score right away because they get the cross from top blue, like the blue roof. But Kyler makes the play to get into their base. Flank these guys, spawn them outside so we can get the cap. Good play by Kyler too.
Somebody picks this up. There it is. 3-1. A little bit scrappy, but we get it done in the end. Watching out for the rally now. OpTic are still set up for this.
Yeah, this is how you set up for the rally. Keep everybody alive. Mercury's healing up as well.
How many different servers are there?
Kills. There's the 2, and this should be...
Oh, huge 3-piece by Mason, by the way.
Yeah, this is how you set up for the rally. Keep everybody alive.
Kind of finesses the window. It's a good route.
Nice hops, free kills. There's the 2, and this
Gets it to top. Last guy back. Opens up the freebie cap for the chain.
And this is now dominance on Scar. OpTic, they are making light work of this
Oh, what I was talking about the server. I would say there's probably like 12 if I had to guess. I don't know if they're public, but I don't remember if I can name all of them. I could probably name all of them. I mean, half of them we don't even play on, so there's no point. But everyone just plays on the Dallas server. There's Dallas, Virginia, New Jersey. It was New York, but now it's New Jersey. They added a new San Antonio server. So this is for any team that pings bad to Dallas but doesn't want to play on Atlanta. Atlanta's another one. LA. Denver. Salt Lake City. What else? Ohio. No, this is a TL, not an H. Chicago. No Seattle server. I think that's, I mean, there's probably other ones, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. But that's like the main ones. Honestly, the only ones that really, oh, Iowa, obviously. The only ones that get played are Iowa, Dallas. What would? Even I think like a Toronto versus Carolina matchup, I think gets played on Dallas still. There might be a Florida one, but it never gets played, like a Miami one. That's a question mark. I don't know if there's a Miami. Oh, I think there's actually a Vegas one too now. But again, the only ones that actually do get played are like these three. Atlanta, Iowa, and Dallas. Those are basically the only ones that get played. Actually, now I think as LAT will play on San Antonio because their routing to Dallas is horrible, so they would usually play on Atlanta. So maybe we start playing this a little bit more against LAT. So I've lived near San Antonio. Would I have better ping? Well, I don't know if these are public servers as well. These are just for CDL specifically. I'm not sure if that's also for like public match stuff. No one's playing on Vegas servers. The only time there would be a Vegas match probably is if there was an LA versus Dallas matchup. And if that ping was better than something like Denver. What do you guys play Toronto on? We also play Toronto on Iowa, but it's not buffed up. When we play when we play Carolina on Iowa, it gets buffed with the ping tool to like 45. When we play Toronto on Iowa, it's still like 30 something for us.
To fight their way through the bottom side of the map. We need to see some nades and stuns over the top here. Anyone in position to help out?
Would New Jersey make sense for like Toronto Ravens? No, because Ravens are super spread out. They have they have like 2 East Coast, 1 Texas, and 1 LA. I'm pretty sure. I think that's their split, or something weird like that, like full across the U.S. type split.
Got himself a good corner. A pinch is now potentially on. This could be a cap, and it sure will be. Over we go. FaZe back into it.
Well, they're not going to be able to set it for the spawn kills. They get eviscerated, wiped off after the fact. So, opting down a game, with it being a 2-score lead, you're just playing for kills. You're not in any type of hurry. And this is just a mini-map of doom. Look at this. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We're calling it a Hellstorm.
Yeah, it's going to sting. We slow it down just a smidge. Couple of players over the top. Big Bruce cleans house. And again, you are looking at a potential run here. 04 has to maintain that position in the middle.
The scar was pretty clean, especially this side. This side was really nice.
Green hands, and they're running that baddie home.
Turnt knife by Brandon, by the way. Super turnt knife.
Going into some green hands, and they're running that baddie home. Big knife from Dashi and Adraz. Oh, that's it, folks. That's it. Somebody get the
Dude, what are your top 4 teams besides OpTic? Bro, flip a coin at this point. I have no idea.
Wait, it's now FaZe on the defense. We're getting mixy with it, but it's a good read from Abuza. Holds the goal down. No shenanigans here. The play's still technically going, and Shotzi's alive.
I think Miami deserved to be up there. I still think LET deserved to be up there too. I think Miami, LET, and shit for the 4th one. You can pick anyone. You can pick G2. You can pick FaZe. You can pick Gentlemates technically still. If you still, you know, it might be just online cheese for them. They can turn back up on the LAN. If they just turned up on LAN, like I don't think anyone would really be surprised.
5-2 over 2 minutes of play. This is getting ugly. It's getting real ugly.
You could say Toronto for that 4th team too. Like,
I mean, you may as well
just take your pick, low-key.
This is the true flow state right now from the OpTic boys. But wait,
you gotta get to LAN first. Yeah, that's true too. Honestly.
You've still got Hook in your spawn. 04 deals with it. Playing pressure now is coming.
I mean, yeah, we're doing pirouettes off the back blue. This one is going to be chalked up to an OpTic 3-0. I mean, utterly dominant as well. Both the first 2 maps we've had, they have just been in complete control the entire time. Any moment where FaZe touches the device, the guy falls a few moments later. And who finally gets taken care of for being inside the spawn.
Do you have opinions after coaching against teams like FaZe, why they have issues? I just assume they're on different pages. That's usually the case. But I don't know. Again, I don't know what's going on in their camp. I don't know what's day-to-day like, what they think the issue is. You know, it's very different when you see a team every single day and know what's going on versus just playing them in matches or seeing them and what they do in the matches. Is there anyone starting in losers for Birmingham format? Or is everyone winners? Everyone starts winners. So the play-in teams are just playing in to see who the, you know, number 1 and number 2 teams will face. So 7th versus 10th will play the 8th place team, or the 7th place team, or sorry, the 2nd place team, and then 8th versus 9th will play the 1st place team.
Absolutely developed here for the OpTic boys. 22 seconds left of gameplay here. 04, if he could teleport, that would have been a capture. But
Is losing to a team like New York chalk the me talks of players? Chalk the talks or that much to cause a losing streak like mates? Maybe chalk the mindset of, or mental, sorry, I just saw your second message. It depends on how you take it. It depends on the player. It depends on how you take that loss. I don't know what those players are like and whether they take it the right way or the wrong way.
Here we go there, ladies and gentlemen. 3-0 OpTic Texas.
Clean matches versus FaZe. Especially the search. The search was super clean. Against a team who's pretty good in search as well. What match will you guys throw for a strategic loss to avoid the undefeated curse? Our curses are meant to be broken. I don't like the whole strategic undefeated thing.
You're looking to just take them down a notch. You're looking to add that one blemish to the record.
Blackheart time, Chad. Blackheart time. I actually haven't watched the full Blackheart yet, or like back.
Red in this ledger. I don't know, but Blackheart right into the double D's. Let's get it, boys and girls, into Blackheart.
Again, I think we just had a hard time breaking some of these hills. First rep in the match. I don't want to chalk it up as like we're just bad at the map and we're not going to try anymore on it, but definitely I'll chalk it up to Iowa for a little bit. I think we had a good start in the P1 with Kyler slamming, but Ant really couldn't get stuff going honestly on this map. We were close to making some sort of P5, P1 comeback, but just wasn't in the cards. Like couldn't break a P2, couldn't break a P4, and those are, I mean, those are money hills. Those are just hard to break sometimes. If you're not getting kills on the break, then it just feels impossible.
Shaping up to be just the perfect COD player, can do no wrong. His teammates in the meantime looking for spawns, but if you're curious about how the opening break went, about P1, that is a 43-0.
I don't care about ping. Please keep this alpha map as auto view until it's gone. So you say that, but then if we were to play to Toronto on Den, would everyone be like, the fuck, you guys are playing on Den? You know what I mean? You're gonna have to play Den or Blackheart if you're us. So you have to try and get it into the, you know, into the system, or you challenge them on Den and hopefully it goes well. You know what I mean? Because those are the same people that'll be like, you guys played them on fucking Den. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have to play them on something. So you might as well try and get them some Blackheart reps. Also, it could get really good for us if we get good on Blackheart, because what is, you know, Gentlemates is also auto veto. Chat, does anyone know? Blackheart. If we can force them to veto Blackheart, what do we get in our series, chat? That they can't veto. See, I don't want to chalk maps up yet, and I don't think our team is trying to chalk maps up yet, so this is what we're using these matches for.
Two more players from OpTic trying to go all the way around. Hook able to get his next kill. He is creeping up on double digits already. There is kill number 10 and exceeded with the last man.
Now we'll keep trying it. Obviously, if it doesn't go the way, then maybe we'll chalk it, but there's no point not to, like, at least get reps on it, in my opinion at least. I'd rather Den every time. Yeah. That's even against Toronto, chat, where everyone's like, they can only play Den, you know?
Nice work on the stun, takes care of one problem, and Craze gets the other. So Ravens are back in it. P1 and P2 so good, but now they are alive.
Yeah, great stabilization.
I see what you're saying. I think you're making a good point too, but just know that there's other things that have to be like taken into account.
Last guy tucked in the back, everybody else spawning out. OpTic with a clean break.
Tucked and trapped. And there he is. To bed, 3 spree there for Shotzi. Now eyes forward. Hooks can cut his way through mid-map. Once again, 14 and 5.
What about Scar? What about Scar?
At a record breaker. We might find out. I might jinx it. We'll see. Incredibly impressive start here, though. Attempt now on the point.
When you're scrimming, do you guys plan to practice scenarios like let's focus mainly on breaking instead of holding? No. You're just going to get into those scenarios consistently across the week. I've never enjoyed like faking it and trying to get into the scenario by like losing a rotation on purpose. I don't really understand that. I see the point, but I don't see the point in terms of like practicality of like you're never gonna do that shit in a match. So like, what are we doing? You're just gonna get into scenarios where you're trying to break. Now you can force it and be like, okay, we always want to break P2 for this entire like next 3 days, but holy fuck, like I just think that creates fake scenarios. We play good on Scar. Yeah, we do. I never said we didn't. But the other team picks a hardpoint map as well. I don't know what you I don't know what you mean by that. We're not picking Den or Blackheart. I never said we have to pick it. You know what I mean? Like the other team's gonna pick it, obviously.
That is fantastic. That's a 50-second hill right there coming through for the Ravens. Still though, down by 10 going into new time, and maybe this will be the back and forth battle, a game of tug and
shit. If the other team wants to play, other team wants to pick Scar, I'll let them pick Scar. I'm not picking Den or Blackheart. Why would I pick Den or Blackheart when we can play Colossus, Scar, or Exposure?
Now Carolina trying to hold this to the front.
Oh, we're still battling, and Chelsea still trying to make entry.
This is Iowa server. Does it get consistently hard to learn new things and get even better considering how seemingly far ahead you guys are from somewhere else? Great question. But it also comes with the mindset of like, okay, this is very important for teams that are ahead, is you want to stay ahead. So, you know teams are eventually going to figure out the game, you know? Like, the game hasn't been mastered yet, so you know teams are going to be looking at our VOD. If there's one team that teams are looking at our VOD, or the teams are looking at VOD on, it's us. Guaranteed. I'm not, like, it's not a fucking surprise. Because what do you do as a team that's trying to get better? You watch the best team's VOD. That's always been the case. The last fucking 15 years of competitive Call of Duty. So the idea is adapt or get even more ahead. You know, the whole... that's what I love about these four guys is, and me and Damon, is that we're competitive at heart and that we're like not settling for just being first. Like everything is trying to be as perfect as possible, most ideal as possible. And obviously that's not even the case for us yet. We still need to get Den and Blackheart back as the, like a main map for us. You know what I mean? So obviously there's still work to do. And even on the other maps, like we're not playing it perfect, but we're playing it well, better than the other teams. But it's about staying ahead.
Well, they're going to be just dealing with a nightmare. That is a white kill feed. Hoop there for 3. One was a team kill, admittedly, but a little bit of bully ball there just to force the spawn outs. And OpTic keeping the map under lock and key on the rotation. Hercules has P4, 2 players in time. Dashay has the trophy out, and OpTic now fully set up around this new time.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow, Shotzzy's getting messy. Shotzzy's getting involved.
Is it possible to add more maps as options rather than taking them out of the rotation? That's a league question. It's not of like, oh, you know, you have more scrims to, or more maps to scrim, whatever. That's never been the case. It's a league question. That's more of a, hey, league, do you guys want to keep the 5-3-3, you know, format or what?
Let's go for great listening. OpTic Texas.
No one would be complaining about adding another hardplay map. I guarantee you that. Like, that's not real. Again, the players and the teams don't decide the map shit anymore. That's all league. They can give opinions, but shit, I mean, the league could have forced Sake in. We don't have the ability to say no to that. They can force whatever they want in. They can force fucking Yemen in next week. You know what I mean? But they're not going to do that. Obviously, because it's for competitive integrity going into the major. But you see what I'm saying? Like next stage, if they're like, oh, we want Yemen in, we're gonna have Yemen. Like that's a league question. That's a league thing. I have heard though that they've wanted to focus more on original maps that aren't remake stuff. So I'm not sure about the whole Meltdown Yemen thing. That's a rumor I heard. I don't know how true that is though.
We spawn out. Nero is on the barrel. Go around it. On all dead. They spawn gas to me. Another one. Nero on the barrel. We spawn out.
God, that's a big kill on Mason actually. Gives them gas spawns.
Go. He's in the back. Craze. On hill. Short. Laying down, Lauren. Wallen, Craze. Alright, they're all in your time.
How big of an influence would it be if pros keep screaming maps that aren't in the pool and the league notices that? Probably big. But again, the teams are only going to be screening maps that like are going to be in the matches. So like during that testing period, obviously it didn't have enough support for them to be like, oh, we should have this be put in. So that's on the Weber teams, you know, played it and practiced it and didn't like it. And obviously a lot of people didn't like it. So, I mean, that's the case for that. You know, you guys saw us play one scrim against LAG, or sorry, Paris on it, but you know, we only did play one. I still think it would be better than like something like Blackheart Colossus, but that's a question for the other teams that played it. You guys purposely square the 2 bang out hard points? I mean, we're good on Colossus. That was just gonna be our pick if they, you know, vetoed Scar or something, or maybe we would have picked Exposure, but we beat him on Colossus the last time too, so that kind of influenced us as well. But Blackheart was obviously try and get a rep on Blackheart before Major too, or try and get some more reps on Blackheart. Because maybe we'll play it in some other series. We'll see.
If you don't like him, I'll fight you.
He'll fight you. John's got hands. Into another time we go. Shots even a bit of a slow one, but it doesn't seem to matter. The boys are dancing here on Black Hole.
Pros want these fluke maps in. Actually, from what I've heard, or from what they've told us at the league, they were the ones that wanted to keep Colossus and Blackheart in, and it had to be a choice of whether you were going to keep Den, Exposure, or Scar Hardpoint over Sake, which I think is probably the bigger, cause for concern. Because I think anyone would probably, after just a few reps of Sake, be like, I don't know if it's better than these three. You know what I mean? That's a league thing, chat. I'll be honest. Maybe if we had the decision to choose Blackheart or Colossus, then it probably would be in.
On a bit of a spree right now, comes to a swift closure thanks to Hook again at 32 and 23. Big numbers on the other side of the board. It is Craze, the champion for the Ravens. Oh, and Lurks, the king of the hill right now on a force spree of his own, nearly as a Hellstorm.
Yeah, it's a snappy two-piece as well. They're going to be able to get these final 15. And now
good, Purgy.
I mean, Craze falls off the map, but if you manage to make this break on the new time, Carolina will seize advantage in the game. Still, though, they're just having to dance. OpTic doing an interesting job and doing well enough to put on the pressure, but 2 kills there for Carolina. Now they got the time. Carolina will seize it. I mean, Craze falls as well. They're going to be able to get these final 15.
I think we have to be careful on this row.
I mean, Craze falls off the map, but if you manage to make this break on the new time, Carolina will seize advantage in the game. Still, though, they're just having to dance. OpTic doing
like we should just held the setup. P4 is just a big money hill. Like we should not be able to. That should not happen.
Yeah, Nero, this is looking good for the Ravens. You got control. Let's go for a listening to see how it sounds.
This row Loki lost the match. Yeah, I agree. Or the map. P4 is like a pretty easy hold too.
You guys got my L, yeah? I got your nice job. I got your dub. I don't know. DP2,
Which did just a good job of buying time, being a hard kill there. I mean, yeah, but I don't think 2 of us should be hitting old with 8 seconds left. Personally. I mean, if you get the kill quick, it's godlike. If you don't, then it's like you scam, because now they're going through mid, they pinch you, they get positioning front side new. Yeah. Hardan was checked this game. I mean, he can buy one some cases, so yeah. He's double neg. I would assume he's checked. Loki almost made the comeback here, though. That crazy P5, P1 chain just wasn't in the cards. It was close, though. I low-key thought we were having it for a second. As soon as we flipped for the P1, there actually was a chance. But then I think they got 2 kills wall run side.
10 seconds away, and Carolina are going to get this win. The Hellstorm should get at least 1 player.
This boy's got to get 1 player at least.
If Hellstorms were quicker to come down, maybe. I mean, again, but we got broken on a P1 without the Hellstorm. That just shouldn't happen to begin with. That's like a pretty easy hold usually. The wall run kills were just massive. Because all of this was good. Get the last kill dub, we flip out. They're spawning old. Brandon is ripping here. You and Damon choose the map set, or do you evolve the guys? In terms of like vetoes, we all talk about it together. It's like a team decision.
Yeah, Dashi does get Hellstorm as well, just off of time there. So he dives on it. Broken down on the wall run jump. He's got an opportunity. If they need him.
Yeah, here it was. Craze was able to get through the wall run.
Yeah, Dashi does get Hellstorm
Forsake and isn't able to get the kill. They also Chow Brennan. And then they break from every side. Should Dashi call a streak before his death? I don't agree. I don't like streaking. And I don't think you even use the streak here. It maybe sounds faded, but I think gun up, Blackheart P1, you just hold the fucking hill. You know what I mean? If you take yourself out of the play on the hill right now, they're breaking. Regardless. You can't take yourself out of the play for 8 seconds. I know it's a streak. You're taking yourself out of the play for 8 seconds. You might as well have gun up. It just sucks. Like, you have the streak, you just can't use it, dude. You just, and he doesn't. We just get broken from wall run. Sucks, but there's a chance. I think it comes down to that last, you know, P4 rotation. Though.
And the break is there. Will it be a hellstorm off spawn from Dashi? It looks like it will be. Will it arrive in time? A matter of seconds. He's got a
P1 is fairly easy to hold if you have 4 dead. Yeah.
That should be game. That should be game, and it is. Ravens take the first.
Just fairly easy to hold in general, usually. They win that first wave of game. Yeah. Honestly, if Brand or sorry, it was, I think it was Anna wall run. If Ant gets the first kill wall run, we win the game. It actually just comes down to that, I think. But you know, we were making an insane comeback on that P5 to P1. There was chances, especially on that P4 row. Like the P4 row should not happen. That's the, you know, what is it, 180 or like 11, 12 point game going into a pretty big money hill. This should be ours, 100%.
This seems like to the average fan, but if you're looking at like team stats for opening duel wins, the best.
Do you keep hill by hill event data, or is it too cumbersome due to lack of proper APIs? No, I have all that.
Is absolutely bananas. So we know Exceed loves to snipe on Den. We know
no APIs, but we can capture data ourselves.
They'll be going for the counter snipes. Will they try to ignore it entirely? Certainly, OpTic have a very deep bag on this map. It'd be fun to see what they counter with.
Yeah, deep bag. I mean, as of yesterday, big snipes. We saw some highlight moments from Dashi as well, but
Den S&D have been looking nice lately. Yeah, they have.
Alone. Yeah, it's a 6 wins.
The Dens have been looking nice.
In S&D, very impressive indeed. And Den, so far so good.
He's leaning towards B. This is a spread map.
Bro, this is so unlucky, dude. I actually thought they were gonna line up for a collide on his screen because I saw this guy jump, and then I saw the outer guy doesn't hit either of them. I like the play though. Actually is a counter to that shit, but he wall jumps right over. Good play, I guess, the wall jump over.
Falls off the map, but it doesn't matter. Hugel have to clutch the 1v2.
Yeah, Mercules doesn't check the midnight play at all. Up close with the knee with the knife.
Brand's primer locked with the snipe right now. Yeah, we're working off him really well, and he's just working those picks really well. The snipe is a difference maker.
For Dashi. And again, talking about like counter strats, I mean, that's round 1 on defense where Carolina just run it down on the A side. That is a hell of a blind counter. And now it is 4 men through mid.
Count them. All 4 corners of that square in the middle of the map by the SAM site. And now we spread across the map. B-bomb site looks to be the target for our plant. And OpTic have shown very little here for the Ravens to play with.
No, not manually counting stats. That would take forever.
Control of mid for Carolina, and now they're using that to get the control over on the
just automated now.
So they own 2 out of 3 lanes, but a very tight setup as the bomb does get planted.
Here we go. It's going to be a throw down to the dojo on the outside.
Really good retake, by the way, here.
Mercury strikes. The damage is there. Shotzi as well. Craze. How many can you get in this life? The nades are up and out.
Any update on strong arm overclock? That's been Jade for a few weeks now. No more strong arm nades. It's back to like what it was in the other years, like last 2 years.
And nervy as well. A moment for the Ravens where the minimap and everything almost went too well. Complete control of the middle of the map.
In your opinion, which game mode is affected by vetoes the most? I mean, I guess technically Overload. Because one team vetoes an overload, and the other team just picks which map it is, and the other team picks the side. So it's pretty simple in terms of what can be the possibilities, but it also is like you're guaranteeing a map, because if you have like an auto veto or you know someone doesn't play this map, like you kind of guaranteed know what you're going to be playing. Overload wise.
The lower hand side of your screen is Exceed top left. He is the chatterbox for the Ravens, calling the play on this defensive round. 3 over to B. Get plenty of tape to work with here. Oh,
surprised Ant didn't get that one.
Hook caught unaware. Dashi's got to go big.
Swing and a miss. Merc does give you one on the top.
Dude, yeah, in this moment I was like, another 2v4? No way.
Swing and a miss. Merc does give you one on the top side, and Dashi
This is where they wrap through Dojo, right?
They have to go collect that bomb. Dashy waiting for Mercules to go.
Yeah. So they group up together here, Dojo side, try and retake this. See this guy outer? Fortunately, Brez doesn't get this pick. He actually sees this guy cross right here, that guy. So then they're gonna just retake from this side. I'm surprised Mason didn't get this kill. I think he just wasn't expecting him to be just backing the fuck up like this. Kind of just caught him off guard, I guess. Bro, look how close that snipe was. Sniper battle between Exceed and Brandon. I swear Brandon was flicking correctly on him, but it just wasn't given to him. There's like a couple snipes here that he was close to hitting.
We should be able to see something happen here. Ravens are holding it together. Trades are good. Big Bruce 1v1.
What do you think we need them work the most on to stay on top?
Play the numbers.
Obviously staying good at search,
Retreat pays off.
but mostly Den and Blackheart. At least getting one of those is like a guarantee, because right now it's just gonna get picked in our series against us every single time. One of those two maps. So yeah, Den Blackheart.
Even when he played it perfectly, still comes down to
Gave Perk a haircut. Yeah, actually though.
Make you work for it. Dash and Merc always able to deliver in these 2vx situations, but no clutch this time. Carolina up 2-1.
When you guys play Miami, will you be trying to counter Super without trying to snipe him?
It was the
Federal question. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Depends on the map. Depends on what we want to do.
And they work their one really well. Here we go though, Ravens.
We have ideas. But I will say Super is a really good fucking sniper. Like the spots that he plays are like pretty unorthodox, and I'm trying to get Brandon to play like some more spots similar to like that. But he is he's getting aggressive with that shit. He's getting, I swear they just like play around him, and they play around him really well. Yeah, I actually like the way that they play around it, because it is an advantage, dude. If you have a really good sniper.
Dashy's hand, he spams it all the time. For moments like that, up close and personal against Nero with the Dravic. I'm getting ready to talk about how.
Is this weekend you guys' one match weekend? Yeah, it is. We only have one match this weekend, Friday against Gentlemates. Every other weekend we had two.
Not easy to do at all. That's why he's the best with it.
He's got the big iron on his hip.
Was there ever a discussion on getting Merc on paddles? Risks that'll throw him off, but could be beneficial in the long run? No, I'm not trying to change anything that Mason does.
The year and it's just Dashy. Super could be up there as well. Well, we got options. Well, 2-2 here on Den. Oh, nice start from Exceed. You take care of the big gun. Take care of the big iron.
Why not throw a smoke at the sniper? I mean, there's a lot of different things you could do. You can counter snipe him. You can throw a smoke. You can just not go to him after getting info. You can, or like playing info first and then just not going to him. You can attack him that's not a smoke. I actually thought Mason was going to have this. After he got this kill, I was like, wait, there's a chance here. He sees Nero broken. Nero backs off, and we all know this guy's playing this fucking gen spot. Dude, I was even reading this. I was like, there's 100% this guy at the overload gen spot. I was like, glad he checked it. Unfortunately, he just couldn't get the kill. He checked it right away, but they backed off in the right way. Yeah, tough angle.
Dude, Merc is, listen, Carolina got the round win. Merc scares me. I cannot believe he read the first guy. He does the crack aim stuff, perfectly reads the guy as he's coming around the corner, checks the top corner as well. I don't know what Merc had for breakfast.
What do you think has happened to mates? Probably just some. Oh, Brandon's got to work on that jump. I thought he sniped his feetsies, bro. Brandon just didn't even clear it. But in terms of gentlemates, I mean, maybe they're just overthinking stuff. Obviously, the C9 match they lost, and then going a full week without scrims of pro teams can actually fuck you up. Especially after a loss like that, where you're like just trying to get back into the saddle of things, like reset.
He definitely saw that player, but did not necessarily react for it. I think he was hoping for a second man there, but A-bomb site might be on the menu this time around. 2-2 on the battle over there. And OpTic have shown a couple of moves. They've been dancing their way through this. Yeah, here's the shuffle. Ravens waiting for anything here. Will the go be towards B or A?
And Craze back up the middle of the map. He's been enjoying playing top window, low lobby, bounce around, get some intel. Well, he's in
Craze
position.
loves
Now you gotta make the call.
trying to get up,
Ready
pushed
to
up.
go.
Loves the
It's
pinch.
looking like it's gonna have to be an A hit unless Carolina do something quick.
Oh, that was the problem. It's a 2v1 situation. Craze finds himself in with himself now down and out. OpTic, they close ranks somewhat over towards the A-bomb site. Nero, yeah, okay, thank goodness he doesn't slide out. Well, the problem is Lurks is gone now as well, and this has been an entirely ineffective attack towards the A-bomb site.
How do you keep the boys locked these last 3 games knowing you're guaranteed first seed?
Helps get that first one, dictates the entire round.
First seed isn't the championship. You don't want to fall off right before the tournament. Everyone's, dude, I don't know if you guys know, but like I said this before, all 6 of us are not just content with just winning online matches, specifically online matches. But dude, we didn't even win the major. Like these, like everyone's hungry because we were pissed off about getting second, obviously.
Carolina, maybe a little bit too much freedom they were given. Didn't know what to do with the opportunity.
I don't think anyone's ever going to be content with just winning online regular season matches, you know?
Lurks is in for a surprise. He's not necessarily watching over the rooftops.
I thought we were getting pinched here. I saw no one was watching the pinch. I was like, we haven't seen anyone A. No one's pushed up B side because I'm watching Brandon's screen. I legit was like, okay, Brandon's literally just going to get killed from his back. But they didn't actually commit to it. I thought Crazy was going to jump up broken and pinch him. Glad they cleared these credits though.
We'll see if that plays anything in a second.
Cleared both the A credits and the outer roof credit here.
No, he did not.
I think we end up losing this round though, right? Oh, dude, this was the insane timing. Look at this timing by Mason and Brandon here on Crazed. So Crazed laying down our side P1. As soon as Mason like checks his right side, he goes to the right side, goes up broken. Bro, literally right now, he's climbing up top broken, and Brandon is caught off guard, tries to quickscope him, doesn't see him. He kills Mason for it, and now he's just in an awkward spot because he has the pistol and can't, you know, kill this guy. Brandon was saying he low-key should have just played inside broken because he knew this guy was just going to pick this up instantly. He should have waited like a few seconds, 5-10 seconds, let the bomb go down, let that guy have to make a decision. He either plays Ghost P2 and leaves Brandon, or keeps playing Brandon and the guys on bomb just waste time.
With the pistol gets taken care of that time. A 2v3 clutch. This time it is the SMGs.
Karma said Dashy could make more plays instead of being in turret mode most of the time. Yeah, I mean that's always been like something Brandon could be doing more. But honestly, bro, he has been doing that shit a lot better. Like we're gonna talk about the overload chat, and I'm gonna show you one play where, dude, I don't give a fuck what gun you're running. This is the god play. And Brandon did it. Yeah, the overload free play. Bro is the fucking main AR, but he's taking the fucking route to literally win the cap. Because it was on him to go broken there. It was on him to, you know, pinch. He takes the right pinch, gets rewarded for it with the kill.
There we go. Exceed. Another sensational round that he has won with a sniper on his back and a second to spare on the reload.
How do you watch the matches that are happening? Watch player screens, Codcaster, or CDL stream? Me and Damon watch Brandon's screen, or sometimes since I'm standing up, Damon sits down to my left, so he can only really see Brandon's screen. But I'll stand up behind him so I can see a little bit of Mason's screen. So I kind of like share between Brandon and Mason. I would say like 70% of the time I'm watching Brandon, 30% Mason.
He smiled too. He knew he could have had that. He was going for the.
But if we're at a tournament, then it's the exact same stream that you guys get, like the Codcaster one, while we're in the back.
Play. Idea is perfect. Taking a knife through that little section is beautiful, but Exceed just comes sliding on out, and he has been inches away from a knife.
You think Ken would ever be a player coach for Huntsman? No, I don't think Ken wants to play challengers. I could see Ken being a really good coach though. If he ever wanted to coach a pro team, I think Ken would be a really good coach after working with him. 100%. It's just if he wanted to do it. But I do not see him playing challengers. There's no way.
Three OpTic players have made their way through P2 right now. There's one.
They don't want to coach challenger. Yeah, I can see him coaching challengers. But a player coach?
From Nero here,
no.
Maybe more. That does make the B-bomb side a bit more appealing, but Dashi is still playing around it.
Brandon Island with the snipe. You can always rely on him, bro. Always rely on the guarantee.
Awkward situation to find yourself in now.
Super clean.
damage in from Mercury's on the other side, and now the trades are
Is there any reason you stand rather than watch on your screen? Because if we watch on our screen, then we're delayed by 30 seconds or whatever, however much the delay is for the stream. They don't give us like a live POV or a live podcaster.
and what a round
So
from
I would
OpTic.
rather just stay in the moment rather than being 30 seconds, 45 seconds behind, whatever it is.
P2 for not long enough.
Because then you're trying to decipher the comms, but those comms are 45 seconds early.
I don't know for Dashy.
But you can see the full mini map, you can see everything, but you're just so delayed. And then,
Centering and is prepared for this angle.
We're about to find out. Oh, dude.
Well, a little bit of both. That is absurd.
why don't I let you be in Codcaster? Yeah, integrity, basically. Because people be in Codcaster then relay shit to their team. Like,
The timing
I see why they wouldn't.
to hit a shot like that. Crazy stuff.
What kind of stuff's questionable hair product to use? Sometimes we use like a clay, sometimes like a sea salt spray.
Took on the attack.
But Chad, I always say it's the main thing.
Through mid-map.
I just don't shampoo every day. Shampoo like every 2 to 3 days is so much better for your hair.
Cross the threshold, yes, they will.
Wash every day, but don't shampoo every day.
Just yet.
I think Nero hits the stun, so
And just grow it out, dude.
he has no idea.
I feel like a lot of people are just afraid to grow out their hair. I don't give a fuck.
Mercury's watching the pinch as well. And another situation where it looks like, oh, good God. Dashy's out.
Like, there's gonna be some awkward stages for sure,
Dojo with the snipes giving up
but
for a second longer shots. He is
just gotta
still
grow it out.
Public enemy #1 right now for the Ravens.
Well, Lurk's getting active on the pinch as well. Shotzzy spots.
I didn't know I had curly hair until my junior year of high school. That's so funny because
this territory.
old friend of mine, like,
It's gonna be a B
it was kind of the same. He started growing out his hair, I think it was like 5th or 6th grade.
across the map.
And he had like super curly hair. I'm like, holy fuck, you have curly hair? What the hell? He just had it short this entire life.
From Shotzzy hesitates for a second just to make sure that those teammates have got time to move. And Shotzzy, here we go. Saw 2. Nade, no damage.
Why not just wash, no shampoo or conditioner? Because then after a while, that shit gets super greasy. I've never actually tried like a full month of it, but I'm afraid that it'll just start to smell like ass, you know?
Shotzzy, and it's a freebie for the third.
Plus, like working out every day and then you're just not cleaning at all. Is that just? I feel like it's scam, no? I don't know how that works. Like if you're doing no shampoo, no conditioner, and you're like going to the gym every day and sweating, like how the fuck does that work?
Guns up at the ready. Still have to worry about the flank, but the timing, they've got to go. Ravens getting
Hot water does enough. Even if you're like sweating every day. See, that's what I was always confused with. I was like, I would do it, but I feel like it would just get super dirty and smelly. Dry shampoo.
Yeah, that is perfect trust.
Okay,
from the
I see
teammates
that
as
then.
well. Shotzzy, I'm very confident. Saw both of those players over towards lockers, and then again, no tweaks. He had originally Hook, and then Merkley's eventually coming to help look over on the cross. And Shotzzy,
Yeah, but I work out most days. Hot water does the job. Interesting.
slide out and get near 'em, they're gonna have
I might
tags.
try it. I might try it for like a month.
You know,
I don't know how much I'll get it to. Actually, you know what? I can't try it for a month because low key, what I started getting
teamwork, perfect
is like a, I don't know what they call it. It's like seborrheic. It's like a little. I don't want to say it's.
Mercury's on 3.
Uh,
Now we will see, folks. It's a 3v2.
I don't want to say it's eczema, but it kind of is like a small like eczema thing that sometimes develops on like the front of my scalp. So I have to use like a special shampoo sometimes.
advantages there. Bomb
Yeah,
is down right
dermatitis,
now.
sebderm. Yeah.
Lurk's
I just started getting that like 2 years ago, but ever since I've been using like the shampoo that
but maybe to even
just
up the odds.
dermatologist gave me, it's been fine.
Window of opportunities there. Shotzzy making the move, and he doesn't quite jump over.
Doesn't even check. Lurks. Oh my god. What is happening?
Dude, okay, so this is so funny, dude. Lurk's playing this corner spot. Lurks, it's in the name because they're gonna go A here.
Is there Shotzzy making
Brandon, or sorry, Ant is our lone guy B side in case they wrap back towards B or he gets someone trying to push through. He tries to get in this like SD Dylan jump spot thing
Doesn't even check.
to cover this side. I thought Lurks was gonna see him based on this cock character, but I guess he didn't.
and he doesn't
And
quite
they
jump
just
over.
like ships in the night
Doesn't even check.
start
Lurks.
touching butts.
What is
outer.
happening? What the hell? What
The
is happening?
replay makes it look insane,
What have they done?
but Ant turns the right way, sees this guy.
Trying to make some weird jump, and Big Bruce
Brandon snipes out of P2. He gets a really good timing as they've already entered the site. Gets one on bomb
Check this, yeah, eyes,
and absolutely smokes this guy. That looks it, dude. It looked in real time. That shit looks so clean by Brandon.
Those players through. He has. Is he gonna check this? Yeah, eyes.
Shit looks so
eyes.
clean.
Target prioritization. Dashy connects again.
Well, we have to see this replay because this replay looks crazy,
And a little
timings
smirk,
wise.
a little smile, and a little bit of magic in the final round from OpTic.
And another
Yeah, he was trying to get that S&D Dylan jump spot.
crazy for Shotzzy to get this extra kill, but
But look at this, dude.
again.
What? In the
What?
hell? Just touched asses. How?
Crazy.
Good God, the luck was on their side there. And as for this,
What champ do you use it for that? I don't know. It's some type of
what's around?
it's like a prescribed thing.
Yeah, no, this is obliteration. That is a massively missed opportunity. Could have been up 2-0 in the series. Couple clutches though.
Do you compare and contrast your role versus Damon's role? I mean, a lot of it's the same stuff, but I mean, I bring more like VOD research, analytical stuff to what we could be doing maybe, or strengths, weaknesses wise with what I can see from the like program stuff that I have. And a lot of the a lot of the Damon stuff comes from a lot of just more obviously game knowledge, but just some different takes that could be used as like someone who played. Obviously, like I didn't play professionally, he did, and was, you know, godlike at it too. It's a good back and forth. But a lot of the stuff that we talk about, or we have like the same ideas about, or like mindset usually.
Dude, Lurks has been moving this game as well. Bro, snappy gameplay, fantastic shots, does get traded out, but Lurks has been trying to bring the goods. Hook, though, does indeed bring the goods. He gets not one, but two, and Carolina are going to be turtling on defense.
Damon had to give his personal fist bump after that. Oh no, that was me. Oh, are you talking about Brandon? That was me, because I was standing behind him and I walked to my desk. He may have also fist bumped him too. But I was like, holy fuck, Brandon, what was that? And I fist bumped him.
Down, big kills, catching shots his way through tin net. And he's over the top. No one quite able to pick this one up yet as the EMP is still in a forward position.
Nice to see the boys still cooking without the mace carry. Yeah, I mean, Mason is still doing well. Like, obviously his numbers like dropped off a little bit, but bro, we're playing insane right now. I think Ann and Kyler are just on an absolute different level at this moment.
You're right next to it. I can't see the timer. There you go. Mid reset. You do have Hook in position though.
Specifically Kyler. Dude, Kyler in every respawn is like perma 30, I swear.
Maybe push out through P2 or watching the pinch. This has been a interesting standoff here, but with
Yeah, Mason is like the last dude I would ever be worried about too.
Nero good for two, and now the tables have turned.
Yeah, OpTic were routing their attack the wrong way, and with the reset back over to mid.
And who cares, bro? We're winning all these matches like 3-0, 3-1. Like,
Close spawns here towards the A goal for OpTic. They're gonna find at least
I think everyone's playing really well.
Oh, it's a great nade from Exceed. It's a chance, and it's over the top. Ravens strike first.
Yeah, they are crawling in their spawns, so the play's not even done. Nero gonna be looking for some extra kills. OpTic clean. House Exceed next man in line, and he's gonna have to run for the.
Give me 1 second, chat. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll actually, you know, I'll keep playing this, but I'll rewind it back to when they capped the first one.
Another one, no. Hook's there. Trades, no. Hook, the untradeable. 3 in the feed for him. And that has absolutely broken the legs of the Ravens on this attack. And now we go OpTic towards the B goal.
Yeah, dashing with the device in hand, which means for his pistol, that is a primary weapon. So a true 4v4 on the attempt. Every single stun, though, just lands in his face. Here come the nades as well. Great tack usage. Good job of checking the corners. They clean house, and now you got the open bottom lane.
Oh, they've got an open bottom lane. They're going to run for it. Moki's off spawn. Here come all the team. All going to make their way forward. Exceed with a good turn and burn on the back line. Here come the players out of Dojo. They are making a run for it, but still maintaining presence in the middle of the map. That's going to be Hook watching that. So Ravens, slow it down. An opportunity still to hack this.
And they're showing over to the top side. You see it just for the fade. So Hook is going to be the middle of the map. Everybody else going forward. But OpTic not really fooled by this one. Still got to win the gunfights though. Trades rolling through. Can't pick up the pinch. Hook gives you just a little bit extra. Exceed great dance moves, but OpTic have done enough. We're a little bit more comfortable now in the defensive end.
Yeah, this far away as well. The reinforcements not going to make it there in time for the Ravens. Nero nearly pulls a Craze on that side of the map. Stays alive, but wait, Lurks. Oh my goodness. So him lean back in his chair there. That was a worthy attempt. But OpTic, yeah, spreading out right across the map here, making sure there are no shenanigans whatsoever from the Ravens. And now, pick a lane, any lane, and send it.
Well, Dash is clearing out the space towards P2, but as you lose the middle of the map, going to be tough to force this one through. Look for some extra kills, but if you're Carolina, in this moment, you'd probably look to play aggressive. Instead, they're going to be swinging it back and almost playing it like a round of S&D. We saw how that went.
And we'll see how it goes now. You got players on A. One more man here to deal with it. The slide through. 1-1. There we go. And Mercury's still alive in spawn. Topside rally.
We're back.
You have to worry about this defensively now.
No scrims chat today. Today's Monday. Monday's day off. Oh yeah, I said we might not stream this week. We'll see. We haven't really talked about it. I just remember us saying it before that, like 2 weeks before the major, we probably won't stream, but we'll see. We haven't really talked about it, but you'll know tomorrow. If we're streaming, we're streaming. If not, obviously you know why.
Hunted down, or maybe not exceed the true predator.
What the hell was that? Another one? No. Hook's there. Trades? No. Hook, the untradeable. 3 in the feed for him. And that has absolutely broken the legs of the Ravens on this attack. And now we go OpTic towards the B goal.
Yeah, dashing with the device in hand, which means for his pistol, that is a primary weapon. So a true
fly crib you got there in the background. Is it just my Dallas apartment? Nothing special. I was actually thinking I'm gonna post it in ChatGPT and get some ideas, because there's a lot of shit you guys don't see, like the corner over here, the corner here. There's just literally basically nothing. I need like lights or cool shit to put in my apartment, because I swear it's got no personality right now. It is very minimalist, but it's got to be some interior designing shit that I can do. Yeah, dude, like in my bedroom, in my living room here, I have like 2 pieces of art total. That one, and then there's one in my bedroom. I need something, some plants. I got one plant over here that you guys don't see, but I do need some more cool shit that I can just make it a little bit more personal, you know? Plus, I gotta get rid of that table. That table used to be the desk that I had here, and I just didn't know what to do with it, so I just put it there as like a welcoming table, but it actually is just a desk, so I just want to get rid of that completely. You just got an actual like welcome desk. Grok greater than ChatGPT? Yeah, I don't think so. And Claude is better than both of them. Did I play any sports growing up? Yeah. I played ice hockey and baseball. Mostly ice hockey. Baseball was kind of just a little bit.
The Ravens won the fights, and they're winning the next set of fights as well. Opportunity here for the big rally. Ravens fighting their way forward. Over the top comes Hook.
Are you guys going to continue to work on map pool? Yeah, of course. Again, Denver Blackheart is going to be in every series for us if teams are, paying attention. So, yeah. Put your mini-mite jersey up or something. I don't know if I still have it. I guess my parents probably still have it back home, but definitely not putting that up. You see Ant rewatched the VOD with Bread last night? No, I didn't.
23 seconds to play. OpTic winding up through the hit through middle of the map. It could be a B hit. We have to find some kills though. EMP still a little further away. You're not going to be able to capitalize too quickly on this, and yeah, a couple of big ones there from the Ravens. Slow this.
Perfect free play, by the way.
Wait for the reinforcements.
Wait up. Make sure we get the free play by letting the clock run. Get this trade dojo. Big kill Khan. Now we push forward. Everyone look at Brandon, dude. Obviously, we know some guys middle. I thought Brandon was going to pick it up in time. I don't think in the moment they were thinking about it as this core 3. They thought like Brandon was going to pick him up, but he got this timing where this guy got through before Brandon was able to pick up mid. So we eventually turned for Nero, which is godlike, because if we don't turn for him, obviously we die. Gets a kill on Mason, but we do trade him out. While this is going on, Brandon realizes he has to be the one to make the play. Otherwise, we're just going to get fucking stonewalled on B. You know what I mean? Main AR, fucking slow AR, I don't give a fuck. You're making this play. Gets rewarded for it by winning this one on Craze. Now we just out-trade the guy, last guy on point. Free plays capped. Perfect. That's the big absolute like defining factor that I don't give a fuck what weapon you have. If it is your turn to take the route, you should be taking the route. Now sometimes it's not the most ideal. Like if you know, Ant was like right in front of him, he would obviously do it, even though like it probably should be like somebody else, whatever. In this specific moment, everyone else is pushing through Dojo's side. They have a timing to possibly get to this B point. You go through, maybe one guy watch the pinch. They're expecting obviously Brandon to watch the pinch, but he doesn't get the timing for it. The guy's already got mid cut. Brandon realizes the only way we cap this shit is if he makes a play broken. So Brandon gets active. Damon had to be proud of Brandon. Yeah, Damon and I were super proud. We were like, he's getting active. He's making the pinch. It's Brandon. They're not gonna expect it.
What a goal at halftime!
Dude, hefty work as well. Shout out to Hook, the ring leader in strat collar there with the device in hand. Understood the tools he had to work with. And
You absolutely shit on whoever was the cut. Yeah. That was very big. That free play was so big, dude. Getting the lead going into half like that is very, very big.
Merc and Dashi on single digits. I am such a fan of Hook. He does it all. He really does it all. Can he get a two-piece here? That'd be too much. Wait, Merc's grabbed it. Trying to get something sneaky going there as he thought those players back.
Get Brandon on the SMG, Ant Merc on the snipe. They won't expect it. Yeah, I don't know about that one yet. Not sure about that one yet.
In the fight, it's not going to be good enough. Exceed on the defensive hold. Good. Dashy's days over the top. Slowing it down. Slowing it right down. Putting it in reverse. Dude, get us out of here.
Oh, where's he going to go, though? Entire team's
Right back
here.
in.
Two players
Go.
completely out of position.
Yep, go. One guy left to deal with on the point. It's going to be... That is it. Down.
There's really good ball movement.
Exceed on the defensive hold. Good. Dashy's days over
Get some kills, but they trade out right away. That means we can't
Putting it in reverse.
ape this yet.
Get us out of here.
They either have to play for us mid-con, or they play through mid and give us an opening towards A side.
Oh, where's he going to go?
We get the kills Dojo, so these guys mid are useless, but they also have to pick up the Ant route, and Ant gets a good timing, gets 2 for it.
Yep, go.
One guy in points, free cap.
On the point, it's going to be... That is it. 3-1.
It's very, very good movement, just in
A
general.
little bit of time to get it going. A little bit of back and forth. But there we go. Ravens stabilize. What a square up we've got now towards the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, I think Ravens may be feeling a
What area am I from? I'm from Westchester, New York originally.
One extra deficit. The pressure going to get a little bit heavier. Try to go for the pinch routes. Well, Mercules posted up in spawn, able to read that. Dashy now the leading man on the defensive end is Carolina. 3 players surrounding this device. Perfectly placed trophy though, so the nades, no impact.
Perfect trophy. You can't pick that one up unless you get behind them, and there's no way you get behind them now. Mid-map's going to be full of OpTic players. Depending on how quickly these kills come through, you could be looking at a rush. Craze unable to finish that trophy off. I think it's gone. So there we go. Nice work. Nice damage. Hook, though, he does it all. On the flank.
You know, the way he's shaping up. Hook might very well be the most complete player of all time. Now he's the lead blocker, forcing the spot out to the left. He wins a single gunfight, and this will be a cap.
Yeah. Is he going to get red? Yeah, they're going to deal with that.
They were just able to reinforce this a little bit too quick.
Can't get the second.
But it opens the option for Mason
Sets you up for the rally over towards B. Can't get the
to
second.
cut over. Fortunately, Brandon has to get 2 here if he's going to do that. Doesn't.
You've crossed
Kind of fakes it out. Kills Craze, goes back towards the right. Now they have people committed towards the left, and it's definitely more open for us. Fortunately, he gets killed trying to get towards mid-cut. I think they stabilize here too, but I don't mind the plays. There was a chance.
But you take care of him. Lurk's winning some crucial gunfights right now on the defensive end. Problem is, you got to get that offense flowing. Yeah, 23% of the
How did the OpTic move happen for you? I mean, I just got hit up basically the day I became a free agent after me and like NYS or my NSL contract ended. I became a free agent, tweeted out, got hit up, and yeah, it was only. I mean, who were the only other real offer really was LAG, but it was kind of easy choice. I used to coach NYSL, yeah.
The longer he lives, the better this is for his team, and he gets you the extra kill. 1:40 to play, and here comes the Hellstorm. OpTic are looking to call game.
Yeah, this is it. Dashy's gonna grab that bad boy, run it through.
Like I had other teams reach out to me, but they kind of knew that like OpTic was offering me something, so there was kind of like, yeah, you're probably just gonna take the OpTic offer.
And there is a bottom side dominance right now that OpTic have got. We could be looking at another. Spawn is up top side now for the Ravens.
Well, for OpTic, there's just no reason to touch the device. Keep the guns down, slay around it, behave.
Flank was talking about how the modern league has such worse comms, but I feel like the old leagues didn't have to track ant switching lanes and spot 5 times in under 30 seconds. See, I think there's a difference. Like, I think if you go way back in the day, bro, if you're going back and looking at like 2013, 2014 comms, they are nothing compared to like nowadays comms. I think a lot of the like nowadays comms are like a lot of, I don't know, just a lot of hectic like noise. Like obviously if they're you know, comfortable with what they're, you know, communicating and they're in that environment all the time and they're used to it, it's different. But I just like how our guys come because it feels like a conversation at least. Like obviously easy for us, but even for you guys like who don't have as much experience listening to comms, you can kind of tell what the fuck's going on. And I think that's usually like a good sign because it should be like a conversation. Maybe that's just my opinion. I don't know. Again, I'd never played, so I don't know what the fuck. You know, if you're just used to having a lot of comms. Like I've been on teams where it's been kind of hectic like that and it still worked. But this does seem like the most fluid.
Back to the bottom side of the map now, and Mercury's a flow state moment right now from OpTic Texas.
But I do think there is some fundamental stuff that has gotten lost in COD, and definitely feels like it regressed in some players and teams.
You did the best you could to avoid the 6th goal going through, but OpTic have just shown way too much in the second half.
It's brutal too. I feel like Carolina, all things considered, played a pretty good game. I mean, had some clutch gunfights, did what they could. Maybe one big mistake you could identify in the entire map, but ultimately.
Can you speak how much Kyler's in-game comms bring to the team? Do other boys gas him? I mean, everyone gasses him. He has like insane comms. Like not only obviously you hear in the listens, he is constantly tracking shit that's going on the map, like macro wise. But like anything that could go wrong is like picked up pretty much the exact moment it needs to be picked up by Kyler. Maybe it's like a second later or something, but he's always the first one to notice, you know, if a guy got through or if we have to do something just in case, or you know what I mean? Like anything that could go wrong is being noticed like first by Kyler, which is always a very, very big thing. But everyone's comms have been really good. But he again, specifically for the role he plays as like a more aggressive like SMG playstyle, what he's communicating is fucking insane. Because like I think Kyler can do, or sorry, I think Ant can do the same thing, but I'm not sure he would be able to do the same thing and get the timings that he likes to get and play the same way that he likes to play. It feels like Kyler right now is like mastering both at the same time, which is fucking really hard to do. Just in my experience of like coaching people that are trying to do what he's like doing, very difficult. It usually is one or the other, and to have both at the same time is, it's like playing 2 instruments at the same time, dead ass.
He's a nice guy too. Unbelievable stuff. Well, Hook, long way to go in this series still. Long way to go.
Like there's a difference between shooting and calming. Like everyone's gonna be able to do that, but the shooting and calming and making the type of plays that he likes to make and influencing what he needs to influence, like it is very impressive.
And I've seen him play Halo, so I know he's a good sniper. And I'm not kidding, bruh. He's a good sniper. Let him have it, Bruce. Let him have it for a series. For the fans. For the fans. Good work, though. Whoa, great work from the Ravens here. Shots is going to get cut down as well, and that is an effective break for the... As I was saying, great work. Nero on the multi-kill, and P2 no good. OpTic back in.
Yeah, Carolina bit off just a little bit more than they could chew. Had a good looking mini-map, but trying to be aggressive out of time, looking to flip the spawns, and OpTic
probably helps him locked in.
Business. The spawn's going to be all over the place.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't think Kyler needs help locking in. I think that guy's the most locked in player regardless of whatever is going on. That dude is super locked. That guy's married to the game straight up.
see if they can convert it into some hill time. Nearly every single OpTic member off the board, and then they successfully do. As Hook falls, this is the best the minimap will ever be on Colossus.
You got it, Ravens.
He loves COD. Yeah, he does.
Hold on to this one. Keep
Playing it, watching it.
on the approach there through statue.
Guy's committed, dude.
Okay, Shotzzy fights his way through.
I tip it.
Okay, who picks up the guy in mid? Okay, Shotzzy on the back line. Okay, it's a 3 and the lead.
What ping was Carolina on, and what was optics? Some of the gunfights look fugazi. Everyone's buffed to like 45 ping, except I think Exceed is playing on a higher ping at like I want to say 50 something because he's California. But everyone's buffed up to like 45 when we play them, or when they play Dallas teams.
Solo break the hill. He had some AR players from statue looking over him, maybe tagging some players up, but nonetheless,
and that's not like an excuse, but I don't know. There is something to say about scrimming every day on 5 ping versus 10 of the or 8 of the 12 teams or 7 other teams, and then playing at least like 20 ping against 2 others, and then you play one team in a match on 45 is like you just gotta chalk. I mean, that's just online COD. Like you can't do anything about it because of the split. But yeah, it's just it's difficult to adjust to something like that, I would assume. You know, I didn't play with those servers or whatever, or how much of a difference is that? But as just someone noticing, it's like, bro, obviously it's gonna be different. Like you're literally used to be playing 5 to 20 ping, and now you're playing a 45. Like it's obviously gonna feel different. And at the pro level, you can tell.
Great tack and nade usage, able to get right back in time. Still, just dealing with that 20-point deficit.
A really good break from the Ravens. Tons of time still to be had, and they're still holding for now. Tunnel plays up.
Do you think having Den as a veto for the time being might be similar to last year, how all the top teams like playing it, so it's win-win if it's your auto veto for now? I mean, maybe, but again, if we veto Den, they're gonna pick Blackheart, so we have to get good to Blackheart. You know what I mean? So like auto vetoes work if you're solid at the other 4 maps. Right now, the problem is we need to get either Den or Blackheart in our bag, you know?
Wins it clean, 4 down. Ravens rocking here on Colossus.
The other 3 maps we've been looking good on, but again, it doesn't matter about the other 3 maps because you can only pick 1 map and the other team picks 1 map, and they can always pick either Den or Blackheart. You guys are good at Blackheart though? Yeah, I mean, again, I would agree, but we don't have matchups on it. We lost it to Carolina today, or yesterday. So it's going to be in the series if we veto Den. As long as teams are paying attention and don't have a crazy auto veto themselves.
Detonate from Shotzzy is going to hurt. Oh no, it bounces around. So here we go. He does get his 1. And now the guns are ready at the front line. Hook now pushing forward. Cut down by Nero. Anyone's hard point now. You got to fly on in, but the nades from Spawn are keeping the members of the Ravens back. OpTic find a foothold.
They're trying to turn this into a
At least Carolina will play Colo again. I mean, but again, that's a thing for just veto wise. Is like, bro, they're gonna have to play us on Scar or Colo. So like, you pick your poison. And obviously they keep saying Colo is good for them. Obviously not in matches, but we've been looking good at Colo too, and they have to veto Scar if they don't want to play Scar. So I mean, what are you gonna do?
Oh, I mean, it's hard to keep alive when the scrap time is so fiercely contested over. See, trying to mouth his way through that moment. All he does is get caught. Lurks on the hit and run, finds 2. We'll live to fight another day, but that will be the end of our first set of hard points. Over towards the second now, and we do have presence here for the Ravens. Lurks getting a little too hot.
Well, statue control.
Did we ego chow them on Blackheart?
Carolina looking to take it over.
I don't know if it's an ego chow.
Got that opening, a nice pinch route here from
We're trying to get in our map set again. Chat, we're either getting Den or Blackheart map 1 there in that scenario.
Yeah, this is the big moment here from Craze.
So
Slows down the attack.
isn't it ego chow if the other map you haven't been struggling on is 1 and 6, and you haven't played Blackheart technically in a match yet?
Fight forward, good trade. We're still
I'm late just asking. I hear you. But I've been getting some of the similar questions. So yeah, again, the focus for us is getting one of those at least in our pool. So yeah.
And then we go another break. 20 seconds to go on P1, and P2 still looks to be good for OpTic.
Yeah, the power of statue control. Exceed with a nice 2. Good stun to get the guy out of time. And, well, he got OpTic with the early rotation. And, well, they're going to get all the kills as well.
What a timing on this.
That is good timing, though, from Lurks. And, well, they're going to get all the kills.
I thought Lurks was going to leave him here, low-key. Lurks leaves him here. I mean, Ant was going to pick it up regardless anyway, I think. Because look at, I mean, Ant, like, Ant's going to the back to, I mean, I think Ant's going to pick his shit up anyway. Even if Mason, like, Ant would have picked up the bad timing, so it doesn't really matter. Formal said the same thing. Yeah, I think if he leaves him there, he gets through, buys time, and still contests the spawn. But regardless, I think Ant's going to pick up the bad timing anyway with the way he was playing it. Like, look at off of his spawn, like how he's routing. Before Mason even, or the guy even shoots, Ant's already going towards the back to like pick up bad timing and block for P2. So I think regardless, I think he would have.
3 through the front, the back door now covered. Merc's dance comes to a close. Ravens with the numbers here, they're completely surrounded, and that is going to be it. All 3 of them go down. A good break for OpTic.
Kyler just
the front line
running them.
It's a 6
I think he pre-fires this guy too. Just 7 spree. He gets this kill top you know, P1, and then he's just fucking him.
That Hellstorm secured. Exceed's gonna fall. Hook has the extra utility, and they are pushed out so deep on the minimap right now. OpTic have everything that they want.
Well, I think Blackheart Carolina best map, so it feels risky.
He's in the back on me.
I mean, yeah, you could say that, but also we lost them on Den the last time we played them.
Everything they want. Let's go for listening.
One shot. 2 lobby, 1 shot.
He's in the back on me.
It's so funny. They go into listening right before this Kyler monster 3-piece, and everyone's like, "What the fuck, Kyler? Good shit."
He's in the back on me. Oh my god. Yo, oh, he's front. Last guy. He's outer. He's outer. Go in there already.
If you had to sub in for Dash U 1 series, do you think you'd be C9? Probably not. I mean, we're good, but I don't know if we're that good that they can carry me through that. Shit, I'll get your hill though. I'll get him weak. I'm probably not gonna kill him. I'll get him weak though. Just soak, y'all got it. I hear that. This is good listening to.
I'm gonna get his once. Use way the time. Exceed was got it. Yeah, we're gonna start flipping. Deep near.
Son of God had it.
Hey, we're missing Exceed. Too deep. Near is a bullet. I'm gonna do it. There's 3 here. There's 3 here. 2 pull 4 shot. Kill those. Lobby dead. Nero's here. In the back. Someone help me. Yo, in the back, got me. Not weak. He's shot lobby. Left side lobby.
We should make a call out for this little area. We technically called this whole part lobby. We should call this like plat or something, because there's a lot of times we say the guy's in the back and it's like he's just here. He's not technically already in the back, you know what I mean? I noticed that after this listening, and I was like, oh wait, we actually just called that whole thing lobby.
I'm gonna hide. Close up. Give me a phone, alright. Give me a phone. I can shriek. I'm shrieking. Side door near. 2 side door. I'm backing up. Shrieking. I'm holding top mid. I'm trying to hold top mid. I'll let you know where they are inside. Yo, one's I think one guy. Top mid. Yo, on you, lobby. Yellow lobby.
Yeah, because like Kyler here is calling yellow lobby, but because like look at how Brandon's clearing this. He's clearing as if he could just be like yellow lobby in this corner, but he's actually on this plat thing.
Yellow lobby and then push out like front hill. I can't see the guys.
Tommy crazy. He's in yellow lobby.
I'm trailing it. Stall me in the back. One guy's back hill. Top in here.
Sutter there.
Hard front. In the back. I spawned out. Got me a pinch.
Or P2 and P4, if you're playing like deep left or deep right, does that block or no? No. Voice crack? You must be new here. If you're just deep right, you're not blocking, because they can still spawn like right behind the hill.
They're in a chop. Oh, no. Front. Some front. Nice, good job,
You
good
did front,
job.
them in front.
Top mid,
them in
top mid,
front.
top mid.
Yellow plat. That's what I'm thinking. I think plat is probably like the best call out that you can. If anyone has ideas, let me know.
Watch the back.
But I feel like we should be calling it something.
A little bit of everything there, Chance. What do we take away?
I mean, Carolina.
What do you think is setting us apart the most? Pace, decision making, everyone cracked. I think everyone being on the same page and knowing what the fuck to do and making good decisions.
His brother, 30 kills. We're glazing him. The community's glazing. His teammates in game are also.
I've always considered pace to just be more of a decision making thing. If you have good pace, it's you know how to make good decisions in a really fast amount of time. I don't really like the whole, oh, they're slow pace. It's like, bro, you're making a decision to not take as much space that you could. You know what I mean? It's more of a decision making thing than a how quick I'm playing or how cracked I am.
Teammates so quick to be there. Hercules the dropping in hand. Last man in line was Nero, and hey, Nero trying to keep things active. Problem is, it's a 100-point difference right now between these teams.
Yeah, it's tough.
Call it you.
It's crispy. It's creamy. There are no holes in it.
Maybe.
We're still going nuts for those donuts. And
I'll ask the guys because we have to get on some type of page with it.
Gunfights like those don't help.
No, they're going to be dunking on him now. Shotzi, easy pinch route through yellow. You just get a hold through the front for Carolina. No time to take any pinch routes, and it is nothing but awkwardness off spawn.
Oh.
And that awkwardness is good for a perfect 4-man wipe.
Yeah, we got fully 4 wiped here on this.
No time to take any pinch
Talking about
routes,
this
and it
setup.
is nothing but awkwardness off spawn.
Oh.
And that awkwardness is good for a perfect 4-man wipe. Problem is, you're still down by 100.
Still down by 100, and they've only just identified all 4 members. The entire roster is in lobby. They're all coming at me right now. That's right, two through top. Exceed might be able to get another one here because the damage has been solid, but the coverage from Hercules is brilliant. The Dravik singing out there. Hercules a third in the feed.
I already talked about the mates thing. Again, it's probably just some overthinking stuff. They probably lost the C9 match, not expecting it, and then they got banned from scrims for a week. So that does take a toll on your practice and mentality. So
You are spawning literally right on time. I think
yeah, I don't know. That's something you have to ask the camp.
Just tweaking, looking
If someone's like in the weeds with it, you know.
For Nero, and well, Lurch
yeah.
is there for the help. So okay, stable on P2. That 100-point deficit cut down all the way to 75. Good P2 so far. Carolina
Overconfidence. I mean, I don't think you. Maybe going into the C9 match, but after the C9 match, I don't think anyone was just overconfident. Because like that has to humble you like a little bit. Like no matter what, like obviously you tested Blackheart, but still losing to it is like.
Loses the fight to Exceed, and the battle for the scrap.
At least as the way I would take it is like that shit's just still not acceptable, you know.
So far, so good. As Dashi only gets 1, but that's the rotation. And New is open for business.
Well, huge wins though by Hook. He was in a pinch, still drags one to the grave. Now you got one, maybe a 2v2 over towards this new time. And you got Shotzi going on the route. He is looking to call game.
Here's the route.
Good reads.
The back now of good reads through the front door. They have to go to the headbutt. Great work from Craze and Exceed. An errant nade is going to get on the board. Exceed with the damage. Worrying about the flank, but it's through the front. It's all 4 members now flying in, trying to find those kills. 1 man on the flank dealt with, and again, the Ravens have held this. Mercury's on the slow peak. Gives them out of time for a second longer. Craze keeps the kills going as the Ravens are holding it together.
Oh, those are huge wins, and they flip the map on its head.
I mean, from experience at least, when we were going like 0-18, I think a lot of it was overthinking and mental. So maybe that's what's going on. But that's just a guess from our 0-18 thing. Then you start, you start overthinking, you start over critiquing, you start not doing shit that you were doing before. You know, you get into a cycle. Can't believe Nero didn't try to go to Hill.
Oh, those are huge wins.
I think mainly it's 3 and 4 can't both row. 3 and 4 can't both row if we still win at old. Because then one just gets alone at new, and he's just getting out-traded. I guess Nero can go, but he's gonna have to 1v2 on Hill anyway. Good matches though. Another 2-0 weekend. We get Gentlemates Friday. Is it chat? Friday chat? What should we watch? I can watch a quicker series. Watch some of this.
You're starting to bleed in hardpoint.
Yeah, last match Friday.
Now your
Yeah.
S&D and overload struggles are coming to fruition. It's just been a bad couple of weeks so far for the Gentlemates ever since that loss to Cloud9. But on the opposite side, Vancouver, you definitely have opportunities to capitalize off of that, because with Capsule into the mix, you played a couple maps that you're going to have in this series. Like Wheeler said, they definitely look a lot more consistent with their gameplay and the decision.
All right, I'll answer some questions. Just talk with you guys. I'm not gonna break too much down. But honestly, like, you know, Paris lost both hard points. Like they weren't playing great, to be honest. But I do think, at least on the Den hard point, Surge was actually going to work. But I think they were just capitalizing on a lot of mistakes. Any scrim say? No, off day today. If we're continuing to stream scrims, it'll be tomorrow, obviously. But that's up in the air right now. We haven't really talked about it yet. I was mentioning that earlier.
Also not on the preferred side as well. You want to be dominating this P1 from blue side. That's what Vancouver aren't really sweating as of now, because you hold the power side of the map. You just need.
I think this camp is chalked. I don't. I mean, again, I hate answering those questions when we're not even part of the camp, chat. Like, you don't know what the discussions are going on. You don't know how their practice is going. Like, there's so much you guys don't see that it's like, dude, even trying to guess that is just a disservice. Obviously, it's not in a good spot right now because no one wants to be in a losing streak like that. But why won't we stream scrims? Just because we're gonna be 2 weeks away from the major. That's at least what we did previously. If we got closer to the major, we would stop. So I don't know. We might, but we also might not. We'll see. I assume we're not, but again, we haven't like talked about it yet. Is Riley getting a BBL of OpTic VOD undefeated display? That's a Riley question. I hope so. Caps is trying to make a mess of the scrap time, but doesn't have a good look at any gunfights. So now we looked over towards rotation. TJ, big gunfight win at mid, allows an opportunity to potentially isolate onto Envoy, who's playing. Thing about you guys streaming scrims, what are they gonna figure out? How great they're good at every map. I mean, yeah, but also like still map wise, like if we get really good at, you know, Blackheart or Den, and they would rather do one or the other compared to what they would rather, or what they would rather have done if they didn't see the scrims. You know, there is some map pool stuff that kind of just gets leaked out. He's going to find 3 through mid-cut. Great shots on Neptune in particular, leaving a 1v1 for Lunars. And Vancouver, nicely done here to get the power positions dealt with, deal with the pinch. Secret Agent, I've said it a lot, but I came from like the analytical side. I was doing a lot of COD stats work back in the day. But I got my name out there doing a lot of stats work on, you know, Twitter, Reddit. Kind of, if you guys have seen Brian's stats, a lot of the stuff that I did was similar to that. Some more focus on like match stats and stuff like that. But then once I got my name out there and stuff, once CDL started, I got an offer to be an analyst for NYSL. Work with them for a few years coaching, and then joined OpTic. Blackheart's not the auto veto yet. We're not chalking that map up yet. To chalk it after 1 rep is like, come on. But we have to get Den and Blackheart in our bag. Ask the Gentlemates. I mean, it's a difference between. I mean, it's different losing to like C9 on it. Like if we lost to C9 on it, maybe it would be chalk for us. I don't know. Do teams talk about scrims, like hypothetically phase scrim OpTic a bunch pre-major and then tell everyone that you guys are repping on Blackheart? Not usually. I mean, maybe if you have a friend on another team and they just happen to casually tell you, but I don't think it happens a lot. Like most of the time, it's not. Also, they're only gonna have one rep on it. Like they're only gonna see their team on it. They're not gonna see how other teams are doing against them unless everyone's talking, and that's just not happening. Like let's say I had a friend on, let's say Miami has a friend with FaZe and Miami's gonna play Toronto. Like let's say hypothetically FaZe says, "Oh, dude, Toronto slammed us on Blackheart or whatever," right? That's only against one team, so I mean you can take that for what it's worth, but it's only one rep, you know what I mean?
You will happily take that scribe time as well because you're still going to keep your 60 to 70 point lead going into the.
You stay up late at night thinking about Brandon not being able to find Ghosty? No.
So with the lead you have, you can start to work on some of these long routes.
I think I stay up at night thinking about the 5-2 comeback. If anything, it's going to be that one, chat. But no, again, it's just fueled. I think it's fueled us that we didn't win the major. I think it's. I don't want to say it's a good thing because obviously we should have fucking won the major and you want to win everything, but I think they're really hungry now to win this one at least and continue on because they were pretty pissed about getting second there. Did I have fun at the Stars game? Yeah, it actually was a good game too. Against Avs. It lost in a shootout, but that shit was actually a really good game. Can you explain how your back end works to get all the stats from scrims? I mean, from scrims and matches, I just get VOD of it and run my VOD through like a processor. So the processor uses OCR to detect shit on the screen. And from that, I put in a database and can work with it.
One more behind gens. Push up close lives.
Well, Vancouver still staying scrappy throughout this. Messy spawns in the middle of this P2 that honestly Surge have done a really nice job figuring out. Capsule, last one left over for Vancouver, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. He finds himself a second that leads to a 3v3 for the scrap time. And Vancouver still have the spawns to allow them a free rotation to 3 on top of that Hellstorm that they've already earned, Jay.
Yeah, that's exactly why you're challenging the rest of
Is the OCR reliable / expensive? Oh no, it's completely free. You just gotta build it. Everything I do is free other than obviously the database and storage like fees. Anyone could build it.
So Vancouver up by 30, put themselves in position to get early time here at P3, but Paris is setting up.
You ever find out who team kills the most? In scrims, it's Brandon by far. In matches, it was Mason. I don't know if it still is with this last like week or two, but it was Mason by a few kills in matches.
Now tucked inside the hill, has shots onto Neptune, who tries to double chow that, and TJ puts him down. Now looking for space, trying to get the exit over to 4. Can't quite get the pistol shots to land, and with 3 eliminations, Paris can now move forward for some scrap and still hold on to the P4 side of the map.
Vancouver are going to try to settle for this chunk time. No, they don't have the spawns that they want for the P4, and the last time that they were at the P4, it was basically a perfect hold, but Genemate's still in to right the wrongs here. Only 5 seconds remaining at the P3 HP. People are dropping like flies. You're going trade for trade, but it's Sid able to come out on top.
JP's favorite movie got him Moneyball. I don't know what my favorite movie is. Moneyball is good though. I like it.
Uncontested at the P4.
And they've got perfect reads on spawns for the moment, although Sib at mid-map.
I like the Lord of the Rings movies. I like the Dark Knight.
Because now there's a split spawn situation. He may not read this white wall push.
Miracle is the best sports movie.
Where exactly Vancouver had spawned. Is that an opportunity
with Remember the Titans.
Ghosty picking up by the one. Good shots on the looters. Almost with the fallen of second onto Gwyn. But no, Vancouver, too many numbers, and yeah, just
I like Inception. I like Interstellar.
From Paris has Vancouver back in and still holding on to the lead.
Yeah, and I feel like Paris have had a lot of those blenders so far throughout.
Oppenheimer is my goat. You said the movie, not the guy. Yeah, that's a pretty important distinction.
Flood one way. Now we just read it wrong, and that leads to a break here for Surge. This was the money hill for them, and now they're soaking up a good chunk of time here still, but the break comes in.
Parasite is good too.
Now it's just about the rotation over towards New and Envoy, the only
I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah, and Vancouver are winning fights in the middle of the map. Capsule, decent finesse, but doesn't get the best of Neptune. TJ has his trade though. Now it's just down to where is Envoy. We have not found him yet. Double checking the backside of the spawns. Vancouver will spawn up. Wow, shots coming in from the backside. Pinches great over the top though. Ghosty.
Look at the play TJ makes, by the way.
Wow, shots coming in.
Spawns up 18. Realized that they spawned out. Shit's got weird. Spawn kills Envoy. Spawn kills Ghosty. Shotgun angles. Nep for the 3-piece break.
Vancouver in with a chance to put this map a little bit further out of reach.
Back green secured, crossfire secured. His capsule is able to find a double, but Ghosty alleviates a little bit of that pressure by
Power of webcam T, dead ass, dude. He's made the fucking play.
You gotta hit a stunner and to get them out.
Doesn't Gwyn drop like 43 here or something?
Minute 48 were the hill time. 34 and 20. Make it 35. Does he get the last one? Wants the challenge and is able to finish things off with a pistol. 4 in a row for Gwyn. 230 to 1.
Fucking pioneer. Straight up.
One win and Gwyn's not done yet working on routes.
Yeah, now we got everybody flooding their way through the backside of White Wall. You overwhelm Ghosty with the pressure. You
Oh
flip
my
the
goodness.
spawns, and now you're still gutting them all the way across the map. You're forcing the
A little different question. How are you liking Dallas? Cool city for you? It's growing on me. Like I still have my heart in the Northeast, I think. I don't like that it's not walkable, dude. Like New York City, Boston, those are like some good walkable cities. Dallas, you just need a car for everything, which I don't personally like as much, but that's just me. I think the non-walkability and the fact that it gets 100 degrees for all of like July and August is kind of insane.
Just one player is going to spawn behind him at White Wall, so you still give Genomates an opportunity.
I like a walkable city. I like to walk a lot.
The shutdown is in. 243, 186. Ghosty, oh, he's able to find 2. Capsule, the last one left alive for Vancouver. Just trying to keep his life and keep some sort of a route open towards P2 to close this game out. But Paris are starting to fight back. The map
You know what time the matches will be for Major in Birmingham? That's a good question. Dude, I remember back in the day, the Gfinities, they would start at like 4 or 5 in the morning Eastern time. So I don't know. I doubt they're going to do that, but it is definitely going to be earlier. What did they do at Madrid last year? It's probably going to do whatever we did at Madrid last year. Same time. It'll probably start like noon or something if I had to guess. Eastern. Maybe earlier. Actually, no. I probably start like 10 a.m. Eastern or something like that. I don't know if it'll do 5 a.m., but... Oh, it was like 7 or 8? Interesting.
They used to be unbelievable on map number 1s, but and so far 5 losses in map number 1 in this stage alone. And sometimes the airs are shooting, sometimes the SMGs are shooting, but when you're losing some of these key gunfights...
Wait, we were talking about this the other day, but this post map 1, or... Do they do this after every map? At least after map 1. They play the same song and have played the same song for like the last 5 or 6 years.
And the map blue streak continues for the Gentlemates.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going on with Paris. They used to be unbelievable on map number 1s, but and so far 5...
It's Friday, Sunday, so maybe earlier for more matches. Yeah, it's no Thursday start, but it is... Actually... There's going to be a slightly fewer matches, right? Because there's no round 1 losers. But I guess there is the play-in matches, but there's only 2 of them. But it might be a few more matches a day. I'm not sure. I don't know how that timing works actually. Bro, Capsule had 4,600 damage, but 16 less kills? What the hell? Dan had 5k. Holy fuck.
Didn't even have to invest the second one, but that was AR takeover on the side of Surge, and Envoy again, another blender and a respawn.
And how about the hard point time for Gwyn? 2 minutes plus, and he was the guy who was in early and in often. 15 objective kills. I know there's often been a lot of criticism about...
Oh, Colossus Search. Dude, the only thing I want to see is that 2v4. As that was kind of criminal, I won't lie.
And that Paris had now guns up. Corner, TJ looking to find a... He's going to head down towards...
Plays from numbers.
as a couple of the guns are up over toward this tunnel pinch.
Bullet Reg was terrible. Was it playing the worst server? I mean, it's playing the highest ping that we will play in a match.
And now Vancouver, all of a
For what it's worth.
the Lone Ranger on A hits a snipe. And now Vancouver, all of a sudden, trying to find a transition point, but there's nowhere to go as Capsule drops up top at mid.
And now 4v2, all of Paris just rallying together, not going to give Vancouver an opportunity to potentially clutch on up. But Neptune gets caught, isolated in one-on-one, and Ghosty goes for the ego chow.
2v4 versus Tunnel is, or from Tunnel is kind of insane.
So 1v2 for Envoy.
Just cannot happen. This is the point that Ali was talking about, where Paris have just been getting clutched up on in
Which
surge.
team might give you guys trouble? Major 2? I don't know. Whoever steps up.
Envoy quick to wrap, may have some timing here to catch them on the
I think Miami is looking good.
the right angle. Now,
You know, Minnesota took us to game 5. LAT, what, we went game 4 with?
one of those rounds that just can't
Shit, again, it's really whoever's going to step up and land. Because right now, all those teams are like winning and losing against each other. But it looks weird. But again, it's whoever's going to step up at land.
But Ghosty going for the ego chow getting ripped makes no sense. But then even after Ghosty ego chow, Sim doesn't. And
step over towards A off that last round. And Vancouver are looking for an aggressive step over towards A. This could get messy.
Yeah, Ultra look better too. Like,
Is in some trouble. Gwyn trying to
take your pick, dude. Straight up.
Vancouver are hitting this play.
That was clean.
Is able to hit one, and TJ does unfortunately take down Caps, but there's
I'm just going to skip that. I don't like watching Colossus Search. Especially, I got to go in probably like 30. I'll watch the last two match, or last two maps here.
gotta do everything you can. The buzz on Twitter. Welcome back. 250.
Dude, this OT was crazy, by the way.
Go into a Scar overload, which Paris has not played a ton of. Just two separate instances, whereas Vancouver played it recently versus.
It was like trading scams, basically.
To improve.
yeah, we have Team KD 11 versus Team KD number 8. Both teams are tending to struggle in the slaying department in overload.
You think COD focuses too much on BO2 maps, aka boots on the ground, should focus more on BO3 maps because of the pace of the game? Vexture and Stronghold Hardpoint. I mean, it depends on the game, but like in this game, I think you have to take into account the, you know, not only the pace, but you have to take into account the size of it. Like, I think BO4 maps would actually be really good for this game because of the size of them. They were made 5v5 in mind, and right now we're basically boots on the ground, but like a little extra movement makes you faster on the map. So that's why I think BO4 maps would be godlike in this. Yeah, I'm in for Blackheart. Maybe, but again, I said this before, but the rumor that I've heard is that they want to put more of an emphasis on new original maps than remakes. I think that's coming either from the developer, the league, or whatever. So I would assume, if anything, it'd be like a Sake or something else, or one of the newer 6v6 ones, if we were going to add something in.
Transition. Hold on a second. The EMP is moving rapidly through Motel. The only player watching this right now is Gwyn on the cross until finally Lunar spawns up.
Yeah, and it was two players from Paris who spawn out over towards the backside of green, two towards Motel, so that still allows Vancouver to be in control of the map. EMP back in their possession, working their way through Motel. Lunar's, your job is to just win the one-on-one on the pin side, but the frag leads to the opening kill. You also take care of the guy on the pinch. You go 3 for 1. Last guy is Ghosty, but he just needs to value his life. He stalls enough time.
Yeah, just enough time. Neptune able to fill the gap, and Sib up top will provide a little bit of oversight onto what's happening at mid. Big win there for Envoy. Opens up some space at Motel. Lunar's quick to trade. Neptune trying to hold this position at mid shops, but may have missed the timing on Gwyn, and Lunar's is able to wall bang him out of position. So hold on a second. Now you got Vancouver swarming forward. Could anyone get into position to actually grab the EMP though? Gwyn's got a key spot top green, but you need to pick this up and get through Envoy.
Oh, and they're able to bait and switch him with ease, but you do lose your lead blocker in Gwyn. So even though Surge have the possession, they don't have the map controlled as they want, but they do find the opening kill. So now Paris on the back foot. Need to ice on up, get a kill.
I will say though, for like the BO2 maps, like how are we not playing Express over like Colossus Search? You know what I mean? Obviously Meltdown was a DLC, whatever. But like at the beginning of the game, we're picking Colossus Search over Express.
Barely able to slide past Sib
I don't know, maybe Express has like a, some people don't like it. I thought it was fine. I thought it was an okay search map. It's got, I mean, it's got to be better than Colossus though, right? Yeah, or standoff even. And this is before like major one. Like this is like off the rip of the game. That's what I was thinking. Like, damn, we're playing this shit. And we have Express.
Doesn't want to chow that, not on low health. TJ's able to give you 2. Ghosty had the last one standing, and whoa, he's doing all the work you could possibly want. Even just leads the trophy system to possibly set up a late attack.
I feel like pros don't want to learn new maps. Again, I do think it's, I mean, someone on the pros, but again, it's also on the league, chat. Like, the league could have forced new maps in. So you can't always just blame the pros of like, oh, they don't want to learn new maps. It's like the league just didn't add the new maps. Like, also they wanted to only add new maps for Scar Exposure Den.
Yeah, Lunar's fine Sib. It's just Envoy trying to dance around the tank, trying to sneak something through. Not gonna work. Ghosty in the back line. Chased down, dealt with by Caps. Over the top. No, Neptune's did 1. That's enough. Yep, to keep it just before it resets. So a quick sprint through the field side of the map allows Paris a last-second score, but we may not be done with.
But I will say they are taking like pros' opinions and stuff. So I guess during that one weekend after Major 1, when people were testing it out, and they did, like, a lot of people said they didn't like it. You know, they're gonna take the opinions with a grain, like not with a grain of salt, but they're gonna take the opinions into their consideration. Now they could have forced it in, but you know, I'm glad they're at least still listening to pros too. But again, if it was the case of leaving it in or taking it out, and I don't know, I guess people just didn't like it. That was kind of the majority of it. In terms of like sake, I guess.
Yeah, this was the key play for sure. The fact that you were able to get Neptune back into the play.
That gunfight with this team, Ghosty and Sib, they as an opposite side have a response and able to stop the push.
Yeah, that's a tough moment right there. Both players for Paris pushing out of blue at the same time. TJ.
League should force in the NPC, in my opinion. See, a weapon thing can't be forced in though. See, that's always a GA thing. It's very different with the map pool because you can't like GA a map. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess you could, but that'd be fucking stupid.
At least for a moment, as Ghosty's double now has a chance for Paris to create something offensively, but Lunar's on the cut.
That's the problem with the GA system thing. Is like you can't. There is no way to force the weapon in. People are gonna use it. They're not gonna use it.
Find the first kill, read the play out of Ghosty who's coming off the respawn. Now you just need one of your teammates to grab the damn EMP because I'm in a position that I need to be in. I got the trophy systems as well. If I can find
I think people actually GA'd maps in the old days. Did they really? I don't remember that. That is pretty funny if it did happen.
So Gwyn's double make it almost 3. Turns out for essentially nothing. Neptune sprinting back over to get the plane heady. Ooh, I don't know if he saw. Yeah.
Def wants ban and protect because we have streets over team about certain weapons. I mean, I don't want ban and protect with how it was in BO3, but I like the concept of it. Maybe if it was just weapon wise. And if there was some consistency with how we could scrim it. I don't mind the idea. I know people are opposed to it, but it can't be a race to it like it was in BO3, and it can't take that long, and it can't take, or you can't be able to ban some stupid random shit like dead silence, you know?
Otherwise, Paris would have had a chance to move the spawns and likely grab and go. But now we're down to 3 minutes to play. EMP will reset.
But in terms of weapon variety, I always thought it was the best way to get weapon variety in.
The challenge, good damage enough for an easy trade. Envoy, can he clear out topside red? Yes, he can. Big shots there. Follow up almost onto Lunars, who gets the trade and will keep things stable.
And I'm not gonna lie, if you're Vancouver, you're more than happy to just be in this position right now because Paris have dominated.
Would it make coaching so much more relevant? I mean, maybe, but it's just like a data point thing. I think it's more on if the players can adapt to having to use a bunch of different weapons. I don't think it's more of a coach skill gap. I think it's more of a can we adapt? skill gap. You know what I mean?
Gwyn falls. That's now full control. Over to Paris. The only player standing is Lunars. Can he find a way to stop the EMP before it gets through?
Hey, Big Hurt, appreciate the sub with Prime. Thank you, man.
Follow-up kills are also really good for Paris. Sib now on forward.
Does map win percentage go before head-to-heads? Because shouldn't Boston be ahead of FaZe right now? No, it's head-to-head and then map win percentage. If they're tied record-wise, I'm pretty sure. Which makes sense. It should always go to head-to-head first. Especially in a stage like this where everyone plays each other. It should 100% go to head-to-head. Like I should make it over you if I beat you head-to-head and we have the same record. I've always thought at least that should be the case. I don't know about you. I think that's what they do in that like sports leagues like NFL. I'm pretty sure they go head-to-head first before. I mean, I guess you can't really do map win percentage, but actually, does it? No, it has to go head-to-head. Over like points for, points against type thing. But I think it just makes sense in this stage too, because I think you should be ahead if you have head-to-head. They do head-to-head and then strength of schedule, I believe. Well, in this stage, it would just go to straight to map win percentage because everyone has the same strength of schedule, right? Because everyone's the same, or everyone plays everyone else. Oh, are you talking about NFL though? Yeah. So it's just now Sib, the furthest forward gentlemate, and he gets dealt with. Quick research trying to be put in together for Paris. Ghosty creating space, but there's nothing else. All right, we'll see how this overtime works out. I'm pretty sure Seattle has the advantage. Or sorry, I keep saying Seattle. I'm so used to it from other years. Vancouver has the advantage, and then I think Gwyn peeks shop and gets wall banked for it. Pretty sure that's what happens. He's able to save the map. EMP in control of Sib. Neptune drops, and Paris are looking like they may have to go into this overtime with Sib on a pistol at 32 and 22. Your top slayer rocking just a sidearm.
Paris realistically don't have to do anything because they had the EMP in their possession, so Vancouver have to make the first move. Just don't allow a scam to happen. Like Gwyn gets that pick and that should be GG's. They have to make a move and yeah, Gwyn just gets picked here. Because they have the win con now. It goes lives first. Back over into the camp of Vancouver. Minute 30 on the clock. Luna's just crawling this whole way? No way. The super sneaky crawl the entire way through wood. Does he continue it after the corner? No way, right? Oh, he is continuing it. No shot. In this push, just look for one kill. Because the win condition right now for Gentlemates is theirs to lose. A minute left to go. This is insane. Oh, Cap finds a way through. Picks Envoy? Wait, you had the win con again. Oh, what the? Ghosty shows himself. But now he's off the regen. And they're gonna bully up together. And they, oh, so tough for Lunars. Do you pop a mantle? Yeah, Vancouver had chances, bro. Vancouver had chances of 3-0 right here with that. Neither feels great. Nade will be deleted by this trophy. Here comes the hit. Shots are in, but Ghosty wins the battle. Able to do it. But it sometimes feels like Paris wakes up a little bit differently when Sib shoots like he just did on that map 3. Yeah, Toronto's been the only team able to take this squad down on Den. So can Vancouver make sure to do the same exact thing that Koi did? Just beat him to the fundamentals. As we get early into the P1, Vancouver on the preferred side to try to chain that P1 to the P2. This is the only one I watched live, but dude, Vancouver was locking down these P2s and like trade battles, and then the P3s as well. Yeah, very quick response. A lot of that. It's good, JP. What the fuck are you coming in with there with that though? How's it going? How's it going? See you in 3 weeks. Wait, you're going to DreamHack? Oh shit, I forgot it's like a multi-game thing. Let's go.
No better? Are you coming to Dallas? Dallas forever. Oh shit. JP's back in the mix. Text. All right, see. I thought you were having fun over in the Northwest. Just new job stuff.
Will capitalize with the credit for the kills. One more player still spawning the back is Envoy. Stunned up, but Lunar's not in a position for the immediate trade, but Caps is. And so now Vancouver in control with 28 still to fight for.
Yeah, you trade Envoy at the right time. TJ spawns up right towards the back. Everyone turn your focus through the front. As Gwyn is just locking down all these cut angles. 15 seconds remaining here at the P2. You're basically
Thought Gentlemen were the best 10 team. They were undefeated for a bit, I'm pretty sure, right? But they lost their last two. They lost to Toronto and then they lost here.
And look at the rotation out of TJ. I thought maybe he was going to try to push all the way back around through Dojo. Instead, he moves one player to spawn out. That's Ghosty. A late nade from Envoy allows him to essentially create his own trade. TJ.
It's crazy White Hill spawns. Everyone's spawning in different corners.
Oh, but can't win the gunfight. But Capsule and Lunars are able to keep Vancouver in a position to continue to challenge over the top of the hill. And Paris are still stuck on only 11 points.
Yeah, you only have Sib.
Oh shit. Let's go, JP.
So now all of Surge has got to put their focus over towards Cobble's side. Trade. It's still Vancouver around the time for now. As there's only 25 seconds left and Paris is just running right into Gunnies.
There's a good scrappy hill from Surge. After basically a full hold with winning the trade battles P2, making this shit scrappy is all they kind of needed to do. And hopefully keep the spawns here. Let's see if they do. Nev takes the window route. They spawn patio, but Capsule gets that kill. Just ape Envoy here, and now you're chilling. They're trying to find him. Took a little bit of time to find him, so they're gonna getting pushed up through the front and small. Yeah, he bought too much time. There was a chance though. There was a chance they actually just chain that with a P4 too and get up 100.
Vancouver looking to set up a split hit. On Envoy trying to create space to bump the hill is unsuccessful. So now all of a sudden you've got guns up for Vancouver towards the front. Sid playing the rooftops, trying to create separation away from the hill. That's not going to work. Still spawns are in for the moment for Paris. Crossing angle for Lunars, locking things down. Envoy trying to contest as long as humanly possible. Pistol comes through, and it's Vancouver from the front to create a break. Sib trying to find one more finesse moment for Paris as he gets three, leaving TJ by himself.
Yeah, big play out of Sib to just hold on the back spawn. Even with his teammates spawning all the way across the map, it leads to that final 10 seconds. It keeps you somewhat into the mix, but Vancouver on the first 3 HPs, that was perfection. You're winning every single rotation. You're not allowing Paris to get any single time. And now going into the second set, we just want to play keep away a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Envoy on the cut, though. Good damage, finds the kill on Gwyn. Caps also pushed off the angle at U-Haul. But Lunars able to win back that position at mid. Ghosty trying to hold.
Wait, what did Shifts call it? He called it U-Haul?
Might be on Gwyn. Caps also. Yeah, just a little bit. Envoy on the cut, though. Good damage, finds the kill on Gwyn. Caps also pushed off the angle at U-Haul. But Lunars able to win back that position.
What is U-Haul?
Caps also pushed off the angle at U-Haul.
Oh, he just calls this like the headies U-Haul? I've never heard that.
But Lunars able to win back that position at mid. Ghosty trying to hold the corner. Able to grab one. And that might be an opportunity for Paris to continue to step up as Lunars is only able to find one trade through mid and he's the last.
Yeah, getting the weak off scrims is
Timing will be everything on the gunfight behind it.
definitely annoying for them.
Make a decision. Are we going to try to push through this or soak the time? And they're going to soak the time.
Yeah, they're trapped, man, because Lunar takes his sweet time on that pinch angle, and all of his teammates win gunfights through couches, so TJ single-handedly is able to get the break here at the P1. So 10 seconds to play with. You're more than willing to forfeit this to the gentlemen.
Pretty sure the Vancouver Surge wins this P2 again. Straight trade battles.
Yes, they are.
We're doing the fucking LAT setup here.
And Paris are trying to full flood him through.
Cross setup in the back.
Neptune taking
2 and 3.
Is anyone going to back up to try to help? Caps is attempting.
Dante gets 2 though.
Out goes the pistol for the hot swap. Now it's on to TJ and Gwyn.
They're still holding from the front though. They didn't break from side door.
And TJ.
team kill goes through.
attempting it, but Sib wins the battle, goes to the pistol for the
Because you can still hold this from the front, obviously. So
trying to receive this Paris.
because they got the kill lobby side, they're all focused
Unfortunately,
garage side. They win this? Oh, they do win the trade battle.
rooftop simplifying two gives his team a chance. Envoy back into affirm that Paris can still fight for this time.
Yeah, they were constantly on top of the trade battles, P2. Both times.
It's chaos inside of P2. Gwyn able to track down another. Just down to the 1v1 inside the hill, and Gwyn.
And then if you're in this position for Vancouver, this is good as fuck. Because now one's already taking the route to new. They either hit you old, or if they don't hit you old, now you have free pinches into going to P3. Like Tejas already on the route here. 4 and 3, you're gonna try and get to him.
TJ's gonna find the opening kill. Now Sib has his hands full.
Yeah, and this is nice for Vancouver. Just make sure no one got around a long route through.
Good help by Gwyn.
And this is nice for Vancouver. Just make sure
Helps the guy in time, then helps this guy at number 3.
now you can keep all your
They get formation 2 guys their side. Now we just played from Dojo side.
winners. Take care of the first 3 gentlemen's attack with your eyes forward.
I would get pushed up outer here if I was Gwyn though.
Around a long route through Dojo. And now you can keep all your eyes.
Try and get pushed up outer. Someone watched over your cross.
Lunars, take care of the first 3 gentlemen's attackers on this P3. TJ trying to get back to Scott Eddy. Envoy shuts it down, but the trophy system is there for an assist. Sib stuck. Still last one left standing. Neptune trying to get involved, but through mid-cut, he's
Just total control on these P2, P3s for Vancouver.
Yeah, they're just forcing Surge. I mean, forcing Paris to consistently flood their way through.
This is what it feels like happens in our matches.
Able to get an impactful kill through the middle of the map, but all of his
We're not on top of P2s and P3s, and it sets us up
Mr. McLeod is able to do just
for a bad P4 mostly.
also flip the spawn. So if you were looking for a moment for Paris to gain some momentum,
You think COD should have more tournaments like minor tournaments than majors? 100%.
P3 to P4.
I'd rather minor tournaments than these regular season matches every day of the week.
they clear out.
I think a lot of people would agree too.
Not insignificant time. Neptune is also in
I think it just adds more stakes to everything.
all 4 Vancouver members.
Instead of going into a weekend and just not caring about half the matches or a bunch of the matches, you're always caring because you're always rooting for your team to win the entire tournament.
Caps gets a read that Envoy
You're always seeing who is going to be the best that weekend.
long as Envoy
It's a whole journey of a weekend.
out of the cap. Spawns should still be good for Vancouver, and they are at least for now.
See, like, let's say Boston versus, let's say Boston versus, C9 was happening. If it's Boston versus C9 on who gets eliminated 12th, it's completely different than Boston versus C9 at the end of like a stage, and it's just like, okay, who's gonna get 10 points? Personally,
Yeah, Envoy's just trying to finesse, but his teammates are doing a great job of slaying their way through the front. A team kill.
or if it was like Vancouver, this Vancouver Gentlemates. Let's say this was for top 6 or something.
Numbers, I can now start to send it, but
So many more people would care.
we lose the numbers, and then I get over aggressive and get caught. I'm even falling off the damn mat, Vancouver, and currently doing all wrong. But at least for Paris now, you get the break for the final 25. The front, a team kill isn't gonna help the situation though, because Envoy is thinking we have the numbers. I can now start to send it, but when a team kill goes down, we lose the numbers, and then I get over.
Oh, dude, I was talking to JCap about this play. Bro, at Lunars,
Because
I like the idea, but you have to do it like way earlier. You have to do it right off spawn. Because he goes mid here, he should be flanking P2, spawning them out broken, but he goes mid and then second guesses and then does it. And at this point, it's just way too late to do it. Now they get the kill in time. This guy spawns patio.
I'm even falling off the damn mat, Vancouver, and currently doing all
He needs to do it right off spawn
now. You get the break for the final 20.
if he's gonna do it. It's actually a god play. I think it's a god play if he does it off spawn too.
Gonna help the situation.
God play, free pinch on these 2 guys, or they have to pick it up. You get these kills, they spawn here because you guys are blocking the back.
Boys thinking we have the numbers. I can now start to send it, but when a team kill goes down, we lose the numbers, and then I get over.
And just said he's streaming scrims this Miko most likely. I bet.
Off the damn mat, Vancouver, and
Yeah, we hadn't talked about it
at least for Paris
with each other yet.
for the final 25.
And Lunars is just having one of those series. 22 and 15 for him. Couple of shots on the Ghosty. Not wanting to give away this back 13 for free. As it's a 23 and 15 tally for Lunars. Still battling Paris on the back 10 seconds. Pistol out. That's enough for Capsule to take down.
Again, I'm only gonna stream scrims stuff if somebody else is streaming it. If somebody else if they want to stream it, fine. I think the only thing that really is a thing is like map pool, but in scrims we are kind of just slamming on every map anyways. So I do agree with whoever was saying that before. So I don't know. It's
Locking it down
maybe more of like a break off thing, because you could still somewhat tell the break off based on what we're doing.
Trying to keep his life, help is on the way from the front, good damage. And eventually they take care of Lunars. Neptune still.
What do you think is going on with the Gentleman's camp? I said this before, but I mean, it's got to be some type of mental thing. That's at least what our 0-18 was. Like, they're not a bad team. It's just they're in a pretty bad slump now, and I think it was, you know, the C9 thing led to obviously them expecting to win that. Obviously they don't, and then they have a week off scrims, and that gets really annoying for a team because they want to bounce back right away, and now you can't even scrim teams that are like pro level. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just showed up at LAN and became good again. Like, I don't think we could count that out. People are saying that people are like asking for team change and shit, but it's like, dude, we haven't got even back to LAN yet. They just won the last LAN. If they make it, yeah, I guess so. That would be crazy if they didn't make it. Like, not even make the play-in. That would be crazy.
No longer win it here, but you pretty much did enough to guarantee you this map. You're going to be early off the rotation, or at least attempt to be, as Caps and the Lunars combine for 2, and now Paris have to commit everyone through Cobble.
Oh, what a read here from Caps, but may have missed his window. Sib, quick to battle back. Paris need to win these fights up front and up close through Cobble side. Gwyn will drop. Vancouver trying to reflood back in to reinforce through mid-cut, and Lunars gets another double. TJ right there for the third. That could be it. Last pinch opportunity for Neptune. Able to find the first, but everyone's just staying away from him for the moment. But Neptune gets a second.
GG's.
That 249. But can anyone else still stay alive on the hard point? No. And Paris drop another series, this time to the hands of the Vancouver.
Cam TJ, undefeated. He's a menace. All right, chat, that's going to do it for me. Appreciate you guys for tuning in today. I assume we're streaming tomorrow. That's what somebody said in the chat, so that's what Ann was saying. Again, we didn't talk about it, but it was kind of up in the air. We'll probably be back tomorrow. Otherwise, appreciate it for tuning in. Let me see what I can let me see. I'll rate Dill. Go watch Dill make some content with Face Falcons. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, chat.